Yes. Oh, who does? Hey there, nice to see you. What's going on? Nice to see you. I mentioned it's nice to see you, yes. Stephen Kilworth, I noticed you're back in the prime spot in the garage. Closest spot to the door.
That's right.
Yes.
Wifey's day off.
Why do you need to park in the garage? She's got a place outside just as nice.
Well, I was late today. There were no places outside. So it's a good thing I stole her card.
So tomorrow you'll be outside? Because you don't need to park inside.
Probably not.
It's not a money thing.
It actually isn't a money thing.
Because that'd be very Jimmy-ish of you. All right, so you'll be back outside.
Not tomorrow, no. She doesn't work tomorrow.
So why are you going to park inside?
Well, why not?
Well, if it's just as good outside, why park inside?
Well, I'd never said it was just as good outside as it was inside.
Aha! So
I
then
said
it's
that
just
the other
not-
day when we went over
Then
this
it
for
is a
4
money
hours.
thing. It is a money thing, which makes it very Jimmy-ish of you.
Okay.
Okay, now we can move on. At least we agree. I mean, if it's just as good outside, why park inside? See my
Well,
point?
why not?
Well, because,
Why not park right next to the elevator?
Because you say there's no difference. So there is a difference, but it's just not
I just
worth-
said there was a difference. It's better to park inside.
Okay. Well,
I said that now twice, and I said it about 7 times the other day.
Last week you fighted it.
Actually, that's not true.
You fought it last week.
Yeah, on Monday. No, I did not.
And now we realize the difference is, as I suggested, and you refuted, the money.
It's not a money issue.
How could it not be? How could you say it's not the money issue? You rather park inside, but you park outside. And the only reason is because you don't feel it's worth the money. So it is a money issue.
Okay.
When you have the opportunity, you park inside.
Well,
when
who
you
wouldn't?
can't, you park. Oh, Jesus Christ! He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to acknowledge it's a money issue. It has to be a money issue. What else is it? You'd rather park inside,
But I don't need to.
but you'd rather. You don't need to because you don't need to pay the money. That's what it comes down to.
Okay.
And what else could it be? You don't need to. If you don't need to, why'd you park there this morning?
Well, why not?
Oh, Lord.
Well, I don't understand why it's a big deal to you to get angry about
I just
it.
want you to
don't get
acknowledge it's very Jimmy-ish of you, even though you don't want to accept that.
that. Well, I don't think
All
it makes
that a new term?
if you're referring to it being cheap, I don't think it has anything to do with being cheap as to
Well,
why
that's-
somebody wouldn't want to pay $110 to park here.
All right, so you don't want to accept. I'll go with you that it's not necessarily being cheap, but it is a money issue. It has to be.
Well, I
Because
don't.
when you have the
I don't
opportunity
need.
to park for free inside, you take it every time.
I don't need to pay to park inside because there's parking outside. My wife is already paying for the parking, so why not use it?
But when you have the option, you prefer to park inside. You park
wouldn't?
outside because it's a money issue.
Okay.
Okay, so it's very Jimmy-ish of you, and you're very cheap. Okay. I think you should accept it. Move
That's our
on.
new term, Jimmy-ish.
It has been for a while, Terry. Welcome to the program.
I know, but
Yes, we love using it. Stephen hates it being slapped on him.
To have to pay for your work. That's great. To park at your working place.
All right. You're only making it worse, buddy. Let's move on. How are you there, Terrence?
I'm just
goody.
fabulous, and you?
There's a brand spanking new link on the tmanshow.com that I got to tell you about, Terry.
All right.
For the prospective aspiring car show models.
Good deal.
We'll talk about that
Yay. And we meet them when? Next week?
next week, Terry.
All right.
Not too long. Just a one day
That's
only,
right.
one line only kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Excited for that.
That's very Jimmy-ish.
The T-Man.
There is some big news out of Hollywood this morning.
Katie Holmes und Tom Cruise.
Hey, Kev, just got a phone call. Tom Cruise had a baby girl about 2 minutes
Is that
ago.
right?
Really? Yeah.
And from the tube to the red carpet, Hollywood's gushing. Congrats to Tom and Katie right here on Extra.
Oh, it's nice.
Great.
I'm happy everybody's healthy and, it's great.
Yeah, you really sounded.
We've already sent some gifts to him, and we've already talked to him. But one of the nicest guys in the world, and it's just great to see him win.
Wow.
Hey, we're supposed
Great to see him win.
I guess. Yeah. I'm giving away babies.
Yes.
The lottery. Here you go.
Absolutely. He had the winning numbers. Quinto.
We've already sent some gifts to him, and we've already talked to him. But one of the nicest guys in the world, and it's just great to see him win.
We were supposed to see Tom just this morning one-on-one to talk about Mission Impossible 3.
Oh.
But late last night, Tom pulled the plug on all interviews to be with his bouncing baby.
Ah, it's a shame.
And today, his MI3 co-star, Michelle Monaghan,
Right.
who plays Tom's love interest, was ready for her close-up.
We've all been waiting for this baby, and I know they just must be grinning from ear to ear right now.
So she filled in for the interview? I'm sure Extra was
yeah.
excited about that, huh?
Yeah, we get you?
Yeah.
Oh, super.
Huh. What's your name again?
Yeah. Who are you? What do you do again in the movie? Oh.
But the baby is now 2 days old and off to a much better start than every other baby in the history of the world, Terry, because unlike the rest of us, this baby was born without a screaming mother in the background.
Right.
Because the screaming mother, it makes you crazy, Terry.
I guess
It starts
so.
you off in this world as a crazy person.
Right. Mm-hmm.
At least that's the way I was told by...
Little baby Suri.
Yes.
Princess Suri.
Oh, jeez. And an epidural was used by Katie Holmes, which I'm sure helped her in not screaming.
Really?
Yeah,
They used it?
Yes.
Yes.
Which you'd be allowed to.
Some
Yeah,
people,
no, he
that surprised some people, yes, because Tom Cruise was so on Brooke Shields' case.
Yes.
You know, on a case, Terry.
Yeah.
For using those depression,
Antidepressants?
depression drugs. Mm-hmm. You would think that'd be a little hypocritical for Katie Holmes to take a little epidural in the spinery, but apparently that's what she did.
She probably said spiner.
Yeah, I'll get the epidural or I'll tell everybody you're gay.
Oh, jeez.
And you actually...
nurse.
You decide.
Nurse, epidural, quick, we need one.
Well, I know that he told Diane Sawyer that you know, if she wanted any kind of drug to ease the pain, whether it be epidural or whatever, she was, hey, have at it, sissy.
So,
And I have an issue with that, just because, you know, I think it's hypocritical, but that's me.
because he went so off on Brooke Shields?
Yeah.
But
And
from his point of view, Brooke Shields' drugs is a mind-altering drug, and this is just a body-numbing drug, Terry.
well, but it makes your body think that there's no pain involved. It numbs your body to...
So in some effect, it affects your mind?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if that's technically right, but it's. I can understand where you're coming from.
Either you're going to go all drug-free,
if Tom Cruise is going to have open-heart surgery, he's not going to get it without anesthesia. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
There's pain medication, then there's brain rebalancing the chemical kind of drugs. Brooke Shields, quote unquote, was taking a brain rebalance kind of drug.
A drug for a disease he doesn't think exists.
Right.
That he thinks is in people's minds.
Right. Which, whatever, dude.
And they've been talked into by psychologists and psychiatrists that they have issues when, in fact, they don't.
So no such thing as schizophrenia
he's not,
or bipolar disease.
He's not
or any
all.
of that.
He's not all drugs. He's not anti all drugs across the board.
Yeah, painkillers are cool, but
only ones that help him and his family.
Yeah, only when it's you know.
Well, if
eases the pain of any kind.
If Katie Holmes goes a little mental in the next 12 months, which is very much a probability, he's going to convince her that she's not, and she's not going to be able to take any drugs in that kind of situation. But for pain. You know,
that's what she'll be saying. Okay, I'm not crazy. I'm just in pain.
He's
Can I have some pain?
He's not anti-aspirin, ease the pain kind of drug. He's just your brain altering kind of drug. You see the difference there, Terry? You see why it makes sense to him? I mean, I'm not saying that you aren't a little bit on target with your feeling. I'm not saying that I don't understand where you're coming from, but I also understand where he's coming from.
Well, and the other thing too is that he's Mr.
And the best part of it is
yeah, it is. But he's also, this is such a beautiful experience, and yada yada yada.
Right.
And you would think, to make the experience so much more beautiful, that as women, we do it naturally.
Right. Like in a tub.
Yeah, and bear it with pain, whatever. You know, that's all part of natural childbirth, is the pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Screw the pain.
You know,
I got time for the pain.
Yeah. I mean, with my first three, I didn't have any drugs whatsoever. No epidural,
You had
no
natural
nothing.
childbirth.
All
So you're
natural,
saying,
all the way.
You're saying Katie and, by association, Tom Cruise are
Wussolas.
big pussies.
Big pussies.
Or wussolas.
Yes.
Why didn't you have any drugs?
We can't say wussola on the program.
Okay.
What's that now, Stephen?
Why didn't you have any drugs?
Well,
Tight budget.
no, because by the time with
Smoke this. Same reason she doesn't have a parking space. Oh, wait, no, she does.
no,
Yeah,
I
she
do.
does. She's a
I
baller.
I am a baller.
There he is a big baller now. Now you would have double trucks.
And with Darius, I went 22 hours.
22 hours of labor.
Well, why
Yes.
didn't you get it halfway through or something?
Well,
Can't do that?
because we were just my
Very Jimmy-ish.
obstetrician was like, let's just keep on rolling along with this, and
Roll it.
quite honestly, epidurals scare me.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Because
they don't look too fun.
No.
and I'm not all about
I would need an epidural for the epidural.
the possibility of just 1 inch to a nerve and you're paralyzed for life. I'm
Yeah.
not
Oh,
into
geez.
that.
Well, they pretty much know what they're doing. But
Well,
You're not into paralyzation?
not.
Yeah.
to take a needle to the spine
Yeah,
to
it's
quote
scary.
unquote ease the pain. That's two
Yeah.
quote unquotes this morning. But when I saw that you have to have a needle to the spine to ease the pain,
Yeah,
I'm
and
thinking,
it
well,
hurts itself.
what eases the pain of the needle to the spine?
Right.
But apparently,
Just kind of scary.
Apparently
so
the-
I was like, I'll push through, man.
the needle to the spine is child's play compared to the baby squeezing out of that little tiny vagina that's turned into mud flaps.
Right. Well, but after it's all done, you kind of forget about it.
All right.
Quite
Well,
honestly, so
it's a happy pain.
it is.
We understand.
It's kind of like when you take a really big dump.
Right.
And it kind of hurts, but it kind of has pain.
Kind of feels good at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, bro.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but I've heard stuff about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Friend told me.
Friend, don't you?
So Surrey is, as I said, Terry, off to a much better start.
Right.
What's her last name? Do we know?
Surrey Cruz.
Sir, it is Surrey Cruz?
What do you think it's going to be? Surrey
Well,
Slumkowitz?
Surrey Holmes Cruz or something like that.
Oh, come on.
Well, we have Sean Preston Spears
Yeah, but
Federline
look
or
what
Do you
whatever it
think,
is.
talking
do you think
about.
Tom is giving Katie equal time?
Come
Yeah,
on.
that's true.
Surrey Cruz. Don't you know?
Oh.
Surrey Hubbard Cruz.
Her
Say it
full
real fast.
her full name is Surrey Cruz. Don't you know?
Surrey a cruise.
Don't you know?
So fly her under. Don't you know in the pool here, the
Yes.
age 18 pool?
Yeah, there you go.
And what's so funny is I was watching, all the entertainment stuff, and people are trying to send them all flowers. They're not letting anybody, no gifts or anything in because
No,
they
yes.
think it's
very anti-Scientology.
well, they think that someone's trying to get in. The flower
Right.
people have a camera and take a picture. It's just
And they
so
frown on
funny.
gifts. L. Ron Hubbard was very anti-gifts.
I guess so.
Because gifts is a mind-altering kind of state.
Oh, my
Makes you
God.
feel good for a couple of seconds, but it's really not true happiness.
Yeah.
Well, he'll take a personal check.
Of course.
Yeah, he will. For a couple of
Those
mil.
kinds of gifts he's not
Got it.
opposed to.
The flowers, nah, they die in wilts.
And
Forget
now everyone's on Brangelina watch.
it. Yeah, because, yeah.
I can't wait.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
this is the
over.
big one.
Yeah.
This was just the appetizer. The pressure is now on Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so excited.
Yes.
I can't wait.
I'm glad it's just not completely over now.
Right.
It's
and I
like a concert where there's not necessarily an opening act, but two big acts.
Right.
It's
Back
like,
to back.
It's like going to see Journey with
No, you said big axe.
right. Like I said, Journey with
Def
they're-
Leppard.
Yeah, they're
Def
touring.
Leppard.
Whoa.
You're not sure which one the opening act is, but for
Right.
some reason Brangelina goes second.
Yeah.
They toss a coin every night.
I would
Okay.
say they're the opening act.
Who?
Well-
Katie and Tom.
Let's not forget about Brooke Shields, okay?
Just
She
because-
did have a baby, too.
Just because they came first, Stephen, but I actually was more anticipating personally the Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes baby a lot more than the Brangelina baby.
Really? You think that's bigger time?
Yeah, much bigger time because of all the controversy surrounding it with all the Scientology stuff and.
That's true. But historically, Brangelina, I mean, that's, they're a bigger story.
Bigger story. I don't know about
Maybe
that.
not. Yeah, I guess it is tough.
All right.
It is like
Sure
Journey
he
and Def
has.
Leppard.
I'm glad I could talk you into it.
Sure, he has kids, so it's like,
Yeah.
Sure, he has the little Mohawk baby.
Well, but so
Tom
does
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
But Katie Holmes brings them down. I mean, Brad and Angelina are big time.
I just like the
Each on
fact
their own.
that Brooke Shields had a baby the same day to haunt Tom Cruise.
Yeah, right down the hall from those two, from Tomcat.
Right down the hall in the same
Yes,
hospital?
in the same hospital,
Wow.
same floor.
Wow.
Like 3 or 4 doors down.
Wow.
What if they're mixed at birth?
Whoa, oops.
They get the wrong baby.
Brooke like walked by his room. I'm so wasted on drugs. I don't know what I'm doing. That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
And I believe they were
taunting
both like 20 inches long, the same length.
yeah. I heard the same rumor, Terry.
Who wants to go to Journey and Def Leppard with me?
Okay.
Oh, I will.
And not it. Anyway,
Really? That's great.
That'd be awesome.
are they really coming again?
Yes.
Together, yeah.
Together.
Get
At the Gorge?
Not sure. Probably White River.
Oh, there you go. In my backyard.
Although, I don't know.
Yes, same amount of travel time, but a lot closer.
Yeah, really.
The White River
Oh, I
Amphitheater.
know. How long you waiting here? Oh, I've been in traffic for 2 hours
But
now.
yeah, both takes you 2 hours to get to and from.
Right.
But one is about 100 miles closer. You do the math.
And no camping in Auburn. Can't wait to drive home with one eye open.
Well, you have the casino, too.
Yes.
You can go to.
There is camping at the
Sober up.
Gorge if you're willing to wear a bulletproof vest. So it all works out in the
Not
end.
for Journey and Def Leppard.
You never know. You never know.
If they don't sing Open Arms, I'm going to shoot someone.
Right. Wait till they find out Steve Perry's not with the group anymore.
Wow.
Just going to be a mass riot. What else is going on
They
in
have
the
to
world,
sing
Terry?
Open Arms, don't they?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. They do.
They have to sing Open Arms?
Listen how word you have, Stephen. Okay, anyway.
White River, August 31st.
Okay, very exciting. What else do you have?
Charlie Sheen has found love online, apparently.
Who hasn't?
He went to a site called MillionaireMatch.com.
Really?
And is hooking up with some millionaire chick.
Oh, you know the women that go to MillionaireMatch.com, they are big time and they want to sink their vaginas into a multi-millionaire. And no better one than Charlie Sheen.
Oh, see, Mr. Internet now.
Mm-hmm.
Loves being on the internet.
Well,
betting on the internet. Now he's
Finally.
finding love on the internet.
yeah, finally found something to take him away from the dog tracks online.
Right.
Denise Richards walks out, and all of a sudden he's inspired to go to a new site.
Uh-huh.
I've heard about that site. It's for women. Yeah, it's for these hoochie, hot, primped up women that want to, like, get themselves hooked up with a millionaire.
Damn it.
And they're just all ready to, like, just
give it up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure all the guys on there are millionaires.
Well, they get screened.
Do
Really?
they?
Yes.
Do they have to give a financial portfolio?
Yes, yes, they do.
What's your net worth?
No, come on. But they're all like hot, and they just will do anything for a millionaire. It's a real interesting place.
Really?
Yes.
No fatties?
Oh, come on.
I mean, fatties need love too.
Yes, but not the millionaires aren't really as interested as, as maybe other people would be.
All right.
The millionaires want some hot, bimbo, empty-headed bodies, and that's where they find them.
Jeez.
And these ladies have one goal in life.
What's your username? I want to go check it out.
To marry a millionaire. BigLizard.com.
BigLizard.com?
That'll be a different site. Anyway, don't ask me back.
Wow, so yeah.
Is there a BigLizard.com since we're on the...
No, I'll go check.
Okay, I'm just kind of curious now.
I'm sure there's
I didn't know lizard.
Oh. It's a search site, it looks like.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's kind of like a trophy wife little site there. You just
Absolutely.
pick and choose.
Of the biggest variety.
I want the trophy with the golfer on it.
Women who will do anything. You know what I mean, Terry?
Yeah.
There's golf on their front page.
They'll do anything
Stop it.
to have a shot at a millionaire.
Sure. Love connection.
Stephen, if I see your profile on the site later looking for a male millionaire, I'm going to be very disappointed in you.
You'll be disappointed because you'll probably pick my profile.
You could do better than that.
Yeah. I don't think I can get through.
No, I mean searching out one. Anyway, so that's where he found his latest girlfriend?
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah,
They've got a little date set up.
Those women put out, Terry.
Oh,
They
yeah?
have to. They have no choice.
Right,
I mean, you
well.
want to get the millionaire's attention, you better slap the vagina right on the slab.
And it better be good slapping, huh?
It better be good slapping, yes.
Yeah. The millionaire doesn't want anything bad.
That's right. He's got plenty to choose from.
Right? So you better bring your A game.
Steve, what's with all the chatter in the background? They coming to get you or what?
I guess so. There's somebody talking out there, though.
Tell them to be quiet.
You got a door you can shut or what?
Well, the door actually is shut, T-Man, like it is every day.
Well, then what kind of studio do you broadcast from? I mean, it is a radio studio to some degree, right? With a soundproof little bit of paneling, I would imagine, right?
Well, allegedly it's not soundproof because this is not the first time it's happened.
Man, I mean, it doesn't even sound like that person's talking loud.
I know.
I don't hear him now. You sure you had the door shut?
The door was shut, yeah. I mean, when you let go of it, it shuts.
Then how come I'm not hearing him anymore? Did you?
Maybe they stopped talking.
You gave him that Stephen Kilbreath imposing, dirty,
It could be they
threatening
walked
look?
by and stopped talking. I don't
Right.
know. I mean, they're just not a group of people standing out there
I
right now.
think you might have had the door open.
I don't think-
Oh, there they are again.
Okay, I was gonna put it to the test by having Winnie the Pooh stand outside Stephen's door and just talk in a medium-sounding voice.
Because obviously I can't tell if the door shut.
Stephen, you need to open the door and tell him to be quiet.
Yeah, who is that?
I really came to him a lot when I made my decision to come back to school a year ago.
Oh, it's
Adam
like,
Morrison. He's talking on the little
Speaker?
on the speaker out here for some reason.
You
So.
need to turn down that little
he's talking about his new endorsement deal with millionaire looking for Hoochies.com.
millionairematch.com.
I don't know why they turned that up all the way, but that's not the first time. So
Well, why don't you go out there and flex your muscle a little
okay,
bit?
I'll go turn it down.
Give him a little scare. Oh, jeez. He's gone. Kind of like Swagger does.
I felt like when we needed to make some pitches early in the game.
Yeah, it's Adam Morrison.
Right, pitches.
Yeah.
There you go.
What'd you do?
I turned it down.
He turned off the
What'd you turn down?
The volume.
speaker.
Of what?
There's a little control panel outside the studio, and I turned it where it says volume, and I turned it down.
So I want you to go out there and yell at someone.
There's no
who
one to yell at.
Who turned it up? Somebody turned it up.
I don't know.
You don't care.
Well,
You don't feel like a good fight early in the morning.
Well, there's actually no one standing out there, so I don't know.
Punch someone right in the jaw to start your day. You don't feel like that, huh?
Who would I yell at?
Mm-hmm.
Send Vinny up. I'll yell at him.
At least get your first punch of life in the jaw. Come on.
He's punched somebody.
You ever make a fist in your life? He's never punched someone in his life.
Never gotten in a fight.
Ever?
Never been in a fight in his life.
Not like an arm or something?
No, he admitted that a long time ago.
That's why I don't work in the studio with you guys.
Never been in a physical altercation in his life.
Oh. One time playing square ball, but...
You ever make a fist in your life?
In anger? Probably not.
Mm-hmm. So in non-anger, you make fists all the time, or what?
I'm
right there. That's
making a fist right now.
That's 4 fingers, not try 5.
You got it.
Oh, I can't believe I actually found a way to sit on this thing. Okay, great. So in a non-anger, you're a fist kind of guy.
I mean, not really, but I mean, to say, if I would have said I've never made a fist before, you would have said, you mean you've never made a fist before? Not even to try it? So
that's what we do.
I covered my bases.
And well done.
Thank you.
Nice base covering. Huh? Okay.
The T-Man.
He's the most eligible bachelor on the planet, but behind the smiles, newly split Nick Lachey is heartbroken.
Oh,
Nick said he would
jeez.
marry Jessica again.
He'd marry her all over again.
He was.
He's heartbroken.
I know.
He's at that period, he's at that, no pun intended, Terry. He's at that 4 to 6 month window past the breakup.
Yeah?
Where he's starting to feel a little lonely.
Oh.
The thought of screwing another high school girl tonight is not as glamorous as it was last week. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Really? Yeah, I don't know how that could be, Steve, but that's the period he's in.
He's Ronery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is interesting that you say that he's lonely because he's had plenty of female companions.
And that's the point. He's lonely.
Empty.
He's lonely amongst the craze of all these hot women, Terry.
Wow.
Therein lies the rub. Yeah, rub it again. And again. And again.
Even now, after all of this.
Nick opened his wounds for Rolling Stone contributing editor Allison Glock, beginning with the moment Jessica said she was leaving.
Right.
He was in a car with Jessica. They had just finished a dinner with friends. They'd had a lovely time, and she told him that she thought that she wanted to be divorced.
Yeah, the way he's portraying it now in Rolling Stone magazine is that it was not his decision.
Right.
It was all her, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They had a great dinner. Everything was going great on this particular evening, and then all of a sudden on the ride home, she turned to him, like women can do, Terry.
Yeah?
Just out of nowhere.
Mm.
And just completely changed the tune of the evening.
Right.
To the furthest degree. Mm.
Lovely evening we had, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Let's get divorced.
Okay.
I hate you.
Was it salad or soup?
What was it?
And he was shell-shocked, Terry.
Yeah.
He was blindsided.
Yeah, I heard, too, during this interview, he was, like, breaking down and crying at certain points sometimes during the interview. And such. Oh, he's so sensitive.
It's not easy to keep your emotions in check when you're not being interviewed by Rolling Stone, Terry.
Why?
When you realize you'll never have money again.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, after all of this.
Nick opened his wounds for Rolling Stone contributing editor Allison Glock.
I bet he opened more than that. Here, Allison, here's my Glock.
Wow. Nick opened his wounds for Rolling Stone contributing editor Allison Glock, beginning with the moment Jessica said she was leaving.
He was in a car with Jessica. They had
Because Allison Glock sounds pretty hot, doesn't she?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. If they sound hot, they are hot.
Oh.
It's a very simple equation. I don't know why guys make it so difficult. There's not been a woman who I have evaluated through her sound as to whether she'd be hot or not that it turned out otherwise, Terry. Not one!
Yeah, that's true.
Not a one!
No?
Huh? Oh.
He was in a car with Jessica. They had just finished a dinner with friends. They'd had a lovely time, and she told him that she thought that she wanted to be divorced, and he was completely blindsided by that.
So what ultimately caused the split? Nick revealed their marriage slowly fell apart, frayed by newlyweds, career pressure, and an overbearing family, although he stopped short of blaming Jessica's dad, Joe.
Joe was not a huge fan of Nick's. Nick did not confirm or deny that. He would only say that he never knew if Joe liked him.
Lachey also faces the infidelity rumors, saying he never asked Jessica to confirm or deny anything.
There were rumors about her and Johnny Knoxville and Bam Margera and Adam Levine, and they just really didn't address it. And some may say that that's denial, but Nick calls it trust.
Lachey actually details a recent run-in with Levine, who reportedly told Nick nothing happened while he and Jessica were married.
But the day after, boy, did we have a sex fest.
The minute she walked out of the house and gave you her key.
What is Adam Levine going to say to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was banging her 16 ways to Sunday right behind your back, buddy. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean it.
Boy, you guys picked up some nice sheets.
Whoa.
Didn't you see my initials soiled in your sheets? What, you didn't pick up on that?
Wow.
What are they going to say? He confronted him.
Yeah.
Hey, did you screw my wife? No.
I know.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
And I trust you.
I love your music.
Yeah.
What's that conversation
No,
going to go like?
I know. I agree.
What kind of crap is that?
Well-
what kind of interview is this? What is Nick Lachey doing?
He's just showing that he trusted and loved his wife, Jessica, and he was...
He, in a subtle way, or maybe not so subtle, is trying to make sure everyone knows that Jessica Simpson is the bad guy.
Yeah, she's a biatch.
So bad. Not only was she the one who spearheaded the divorce, but while they were married, she was the one cheating, not him. He was the trusting soul.
What a hussy.
I told that dickhead from Maroon 5 I like his music.
Gosh. Tried to probably get into Maroon 5.
Wow. Yeah. Come on, you can make it Maroon 6. Come on, it sounds just as good.
And how about Jessica's dad not liking him?
What dad likes the son-in-law? Come on.
Who cares about that?
Think my wife's dad likes me? Think I care?
Well, sure.
Could give a crap.
Oh, it's important.
Not marrying the dad.
Well, I know, but...
I banished him off to South Africa. Everything's great.
But it makes it
probably why
much
they moved.
easier.
Yeah, well, I think he can't help but like me because I'm such a likable guy, Terry, so it all works out in the end.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You want everybody to get along nicely.
Huh?
And have those bonding moments.
Oh, please.
Oh, okay.
Bond with this.
It'd be better if you got along probably for your child, I would think.
Huh? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't even follow the conversation. But everything seems to work out fine.
It's your conversation.
This is not what ended the marriage of Jessica and Nick, because Joe Simpson, well, he does have a lot of power over her, but
Well, yeah, he is.
if he had so much power, why, if he didn't like him, why would Jessica have ultimately married him?
Well, he also wants his daughter to be happy and make sure that his, little princess gets everything she wants. But
And then Ashley gets nothing.
yeah, I know. Ashley just shoved
Lachey
his
actually
eye.
details a recent run-in with Levine, who reportedly told Nick nothing happened while he and Jessica were married.
Oh.
Nick's response? He looked me in the eye and said that, so I chose to believe him.
Oh.
As for the divorce itself, Nick says he talks to Jessica every few days,
Nice.
doesn't want alimony, and just wants to understand why he couldn't make Jessica happy.
Oh.
Something Jessica ominously echoed when I talked to her after their split.
So that's the questions he asks her when he talks to her.
Yeah.
Why couldn't I have made you happy?
Yeah. What's going to make
Man,
you happy,
can
Jess?
it get any more wussiest than this?
Well, he's kind of sensitive.
Why couldn't I make you happy?
I know.
What could I have done? What did I do wrong?
Man.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much how it has to go down, right? There's no
Yeah.
other way than that.
Right. It's not like he's like, look, bitch, what could I have done? You
Yeah.
know, it's not like that.
Why couldn't I have made you happy, woman?
Yeah,
You're at that point, you can only say it with a hint of patheticness, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't I?
This is going to get him a lot of women, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because they're going to see, oh, he's so sensitive and he's so loving.
I
and
knew it
trusting.
wasn't Nick that screwed her over.
Right.
He's such a good guy.
Yeah.
Do him.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not the girl's talking. That's me, Terry.
Oh.
You mean a guy from 98 Degrees is sensitive? That's weird.
Wow.
I know.
We're all shocked.
I mean, and Drew, look at Drew. He just comes from a sensitive family, I think.
Who's
Nick,
this now?
Nick and Drew.
Oh,
just
Drew.
sensitive guys.
Right. Well, the 15 minutes is over, Terry. I don't know who he is anymore.
Oh.
Something Jessica ominously echoed when I talked to her after their split.
I do believe that happiness is a choice you make for yourself. It's not, it's really simple, actually.
Oh.
But it hasn't been as simple.
As simple as telling your husband to get the hell out.
Because I'm happy now.
Mhm. Wow.
Nice.
You sound a lot more collected and brighter than the girl who was asking if tuna was chicken or fish.
Yeah.
That's a total facade.
Okay. Oh, that's so
Pink's
cute.
talking about in her song. Dumb girls.
I love that song.
Or at least girls acting
Like they're
dumb.
Yes.
It's a choice.
Dumber.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that happiness is a choice you make for yourself. It's not, it's really simple, actually.
Wow. She's almost echoing the sentiments of one Thomas Cruise, Terry. Either you choose to be happy or you choose to be sad, but it's your decision.
Right.
Don't talk yourself into being all sad and depressed and then be talked into taking drugs. She's making it seem pretty black and white. Either you want to be happy or you want to be sad. You control your own destiny. You have no one to blame for yourself if you're sad.
That's right.
Some may disagree with that. Some think it goes a little more deep and a little bit more complex than that.
She'll be getting a Scientology broshure in the mail
It
soon.
sounds like it.
She will.
I do believe that happiness is a choice you make for yourself.
Well, then I'm choosing it.
There's some days I choose not to be happy, though. Nah, but I want to be a dick today.
You know, it's not. It's really simple, actually.
But it hasn't been as simple for Nick, who added, I still love her. It would be a lot easier to walk away if I didn't.
Wow.
Nick's Rolling Stone interview hits shelves Friday.
It hits shelves Friday.
Yeah. All the high school chicks are like, I've got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not waiting to hit the top shelf by Friday, has to do it now, is this guy.
You know what, though? Let me tell you something, you dumbass bitches. You know what? Where's my mini disc player I was promised? I could show Michelle Yar's old school function yesterday because I didn't have a mini disc player as promised by freaking dumbass Mario. You know what? T and Dave, y'all promised me something, and where the hell is it? I gave my promise back. Where's my promise?
He sounds different this morning.
He does.
I don't know what it is.
He has a new microphone.
Right.
Maybe that's it.
You got your old one.
Yeah. That is a little odd.
What is he talking about? He's talking about Beaver McGraw's. Was that last night, Vinny the Pooh?
Yes.
Vinny, what happened last night? How was the crowd? How was the old scene? No John on the premises?
No John.
Wow.
It was lovely. No,
How
it
about
was
that for a bonus?
Okay.
It was packed last night.
Packed.
Like
Really?
ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh, good.
And the crowd seemed younger.
Yeah, big banners, hoping John would show up and just never being spotted, and they're packing them in now.
All right.
Any fat women approach you?
Oh, it was all good. I don't think I even seen that many
The woman who gave you her number last week.
She wasn't there.
You called out as an obese, disgusting lady behind her back on the air. Did she have the nerve to show back up again and maybe take you on, or what?
Not that I seen.
See, you ran her out of town. Isn't that nice? Wonderful guy you are.
They lost
Super
business
Vinny.
because of you.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, it sounds like they gained some business back.
Yeah, I was going to
because
say, she left and 30, 40 more came.
30, 40, that's it? It sounded like to me like you really packed them in.
No, because it was packed last week. It was real
30,
cool.
40 makes a big impact in that kind of spot.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's not
you can
exactly gigantic.
Mm-hmm. So it was wall-to-wall last night, or
Yeah.
not that quite?
No, it was like
busy?
wall-to-wall last night.
It was?
Yeah.
Wow.
So did you prospect any of the listeners there that were arrived, or no?
The same kind
It
of...
was 11:55. I'm going home to go to sleep.
Same kind of... Yeah, right. If something big would have approached, you would have stayed up.
No.
Some...
Something small.
Same age range, kind of oldish, kind of leaning whitish, kind of what?
It was, to me, I felt like it was younger.
Got younger.
Wow.
But Shelley Hart didn't. Well, she's Shelley Hart, Terry.
Yeah.
She's an institution. She's
is.
a superstar in the community. But hasn't figured out, like the rest of us, how to turn back the hands of time. Right, Stan?
That's right.
Right, Uncle Rico? Okay. So Shelley was on point last night, wasn't she? Oh, she can't help but be, can she?
Did you get to talk?
I mean, come on.
No, Mike.
She's not giving Vinny the
It's
Pooh.
still
Giving-
Shelley Hart, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's not. Yeah.
Did you say, hey, listen, wench, give me the freaking mic? I can talk, too.
That's
Well,
why all these people are here.
he could talk while she's, they could banter back, like he said last time, banter
They had
back
no
and
banter.
forth.
She's not giving
well,
you banter
well,
time.
I know.
Is she giving you banter time?
Nah,
no
but
banter
I
time.
had to bootleg it. She was doing
Her little
a
contest?
game, and I would turn on the music and yell.
Got to yell.
Really?
Wow, nice.
Come on, talk to her about the banter time.
What old school song brought down the house last night? What got him whooped up in Auburn? At BB McGraw's.
I play
at around 11:27 last night.
Wow.
Mary Jane, Rick James.
Oh, yeah.
That's the song that made him go the craziest last night.
No, I mean that one, and I played some old school Snoop, and that really got me going. And Tupac, and
Yeah, they're hard pressed for Snoop out in Auburn, Terry.
Yeah.
I dropped Computer Love right in the middle of the set. They went nuts.
that is
drop
nuts.
it.
You're not hearing these ditties at the racetrack. All right.
Yeah, Mary Jane the day before 420.
Okay.
Big hit.
So Wednesday night is BB McGraw's and Auburn night with Shelley Hart and Vincent Thy Pooh.
Oh yes.
Very nice. Cool. So this is going to be an ongoing thing, right?
I hope
for
so.
the next couple of weeks, I heard.
And it's going to go from being packed to lines down the street, Terry.
Around the building.
Lines wrapping around Puyallup and Tacoma.
Whoa!
Is that where we're going with this, or what?
I would hope so.
Okay.
All right.
It's a long line.
Hopefully we can get next week.
Okay. And nobody gave you their number?
No.
Well, after what you did on the air to the woman who slipped you a number last week, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's okay. Not really tripping about it.
I mean, you got to be a beauty queen to approach you, right?
Well.
Is that what it takes? I mean, that's what I would think if I heard last week's show when you called out the lady who slipped you her number. How dare she give you her number being so overweight? Wasn't that the way I heard it?
Just not as drunk.
I don't think you had a problem with the drunkenness.
Of course. No, you like the drunkenness.
Yeah, what I took from last week's conversation was not that you had a problem with her drunkenness. You had a problem with her weightness.
And her gayness.
Wow, what?
If any girl gives me her number, I'm flattered. I don't care how big she is.
Well, I didn't say I wasn't flattered.
The bigger the better for you.
That's right.
You kind of implied.
Shot loves them big.
Oh, yeah.
BBW.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to even be beautiful, Terry. Just big.
Oh, BBs.
Yes. So don't think that somebody didn't want to approach you last night. They just didn't want to be tearing apart this morning.
Well, I don't want people to think that, so.
Okay. You could have been making sweet love last night. But no. You ruined it.
To a medium-framed woman, but she didn't want to approach.
Medium.
Only anorexic women are going to have the nerve to approach you from now on. They don't want to be torn apart.
That's okay.
Look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
I can't even talk to you anymore. It makes me nervous.
Stephen doesn't want to be ripped on the air.
He's definitely too heavy to talk to Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know.
Can't even talk to him at the front desk anymore.
This fat guy keeps talking to me at work.
So what do you got to say for yourself?
And I sit next to one,
I don't know.
What would you like that? What would you like that woman to know who's been on the crash diet for a week now that gave you her number last week? Feels all bad about herself. What do you want to say?
Don't take it personal.
Aha!
Oh, sure.
It's
That's
just
what
one
they
of them
all
days.
say.
It was just one of those days, I guess.
One of those days that what?
I don't know, like...
I want you to explain yourself. What did you mean by that?
She wore the wrong thing, and I...
She wore the wrong thing?
I don't know.
Now he's dogging her clothes.
I don't know. Fat women's clothes.
Oh, man. She was frumpy.
What did she wear that was the wrong thing?
I can't remember. I don't know.
All right, what do the women that you want to approach you, what would you like them to be wearing?
Something besides a moo-moo.
There you go.
Perfect answer. No, I want you to answer now. What, for women that approach you in the future, what would you like them to have on?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it does.
Yes, it does. You just said she was wearing the wrong thing.
That was a joke.
Okay,
I thought that's what we do around here.
Vinny, you know by now that's not what we do.
I'm looking for a straight answer.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I can appreciate class at times.
Right, because she's loaded with class. She just
she was
class.
Yeah, he does.
That's one thing I always say
I'm
about
not
Vinny
saying I do. I said I can appreciate it.
One of the things I always say about Vinny Terry doesn't he just he's a product of class.
Oh, he reads those books and he has those glasses.
He's got the T-shirt that has an arrow pointing to his wiener. That's got class written all over it.
That is the height of class.
The biggest high-def plasma TV yet. By Panasonic, it debuted in New York today. It's 103 inches, weighs 400 pounds.
Oh, jeez.
It might be out in December, and rumor is it might cost up to 70 grand.
Unbelievable, Terry.
And that's a plasma?
Yeah, it's like how hanging Yao Ming from your wall.
Wow.
And watching TV on them.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a plasma. I mean, in our restaurant, we have a high-def TV that's 120 inches, but that's a projection screen, Terry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, this is a plasma flat-screen TV.
Wow.
That's the biggest one on record, over 100 inches.
Jeez, that's a big boy.
You need a sizable wall.
Yeah, I would say so.
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
Just want to get to 60 inches, and then I'll be able to move on from there.
Okay.
60 is suffice. 100 is pretty sizable.
Man.
Just put a 61 in.
Nice.
Come over whenever you want.
Loving it?
It's a nice little item.
Yeah?
Yes.
You got to see Ken Tram's face in high definition.
Let me tell you, that...
I mean, do you have theater seating and such?
Do I have theater seating?
Yeah.
No. We didn't have a designated room when I bought the house for a theater kind of environment, Terry. Yes.
Just when you're at Matt Hasselbeck's house, you still want to be able to see your TV.
Right. So I didn't really have a room to put the 61-inch plasma, so we just put it in Jaden's room, Terry.
Nice. Sure he'll love it.
So, 101 inches now. There's your latest.
70 grand.
70 grand. It's a bargain.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll tell you.
Very worth it.
Of course.
Jeez.
It'll be in this weekend, right?
Oh. You mean my joint?
Yeah.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, yeah?
All right. Okay, you talked me into it. What else is...
This is built on a whole new wing. Yeah.
What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening?
Lenny Kravitz is in the news this morning. Apparently, apparently he's being sued for the third time in regards to his toilet overflowing and doing water damage to apartments down below his.
Mm-hmm.
In fact...
All right, give me the details. What happened? What happened to Lenny that he's done it again with his toilet? What happened?
Well, this past Monday, the Pacific...
Does Lenny just take really big craps or what?
I think so. Let's just say the toilet was clogged and kept running because apparently he wasn't home or whatever.
It kind of looks like the guy who has some big movements, Terry.
Okay.
Right.
And with it overflowing and running constantly, of course, water gets on the floor and then leaks down below.
Yes.
And then so on and so forth.
So he's being sued by the person who lives in the apartment below him? I would think the people that live in the apartment building that he lives in are as affluent as him and wouldn't need to be so sue-happy.
It's actually the insurance company.
If you have down your walls liquid...
toilet water?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty.
You're suing.
Yeah.
You might just want to send a message to the person who lives above you.
Right.
Hey, love your music. I actually got it on right now, but I'm suing.
Right. I don't like your stinky water.
Want things paid for, too.
Well, you got to be able to gauge. Here's the moral of the story, and here's the T-Man lesson to you. You got to be able to gauge when you're going to have a really big situation in the bowl there, Terry.
Right.
And you got to go multiple flush.
Okay.
Multiple flush.
Multiple.
You got to sit down and say, okay, this is going to be a real hazardous one. I'm going to flush numerous times on this occasion, or else I'm going to be doing myself and everyone in the neighborhood a bad disservice here.
Well, yeah. Maybe
I mean, how hard is it to multiple flush?
I guess not difficult, but for him it was. I guess he's not good at gauging.
Some people just don't multiple flush. We all have to become multiple flushers. I know it's a waste of water, but trust me, the environment will understand.
Right. It's better than stinky water down the
exactly.
Walls.
Please.
Anyway, Pacific Indemnity Insurance Company has sued him for more than $457,000 because they had to pay out at least that amount of money to the downstairs neighbor.
Right. See, I feel really bad lately when I got a really big one coming there and the nanny's over.
Yeah.
You're going to be down here for a while, right? Okay, I'll be going upstairs. You don't come upstairs for about 6 or 7 hours.
Wow. 6 or 7 hours.
Oh, when the, when you have your house cleaners over, Terry, I'm sure you get a little bit...
I don't have house cleaners.
Well...
You have.
I have in the past.
You don't have house cleaners?
Not now.
No one comes over and cleans your house at all?
Wow, you do it yourself?
I do. I get on my hands and knees.
You don't feel a little guilty when you know they're bringing their stuff in and you're just about to make it happen and you say, yeah, I feel really bad, but you might want to clean this first.
Your house cleaner brings their own stuff?
This will take the longest. It's a pretty big job for you.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
Oh, geez.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to do that one last, actually.
You're right.
I'm not quite there.
You can relate to that?
Yeah, I just go to my friend's house.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a good move.
You go to your friend's house?
Well, when you know you're having the cleaners over.
Knock on the door and say, hey, I need to use your restroom.
Yeah, the cleaners are over. It's embarrassing. They talk amongst themselves in Spanish a lot of times.
So let me mess up your toilet?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he actually works, so I just sneak in the garage.
Oh, my God.
Leave him a little treat when he gets home.
You sneak in the garage?
Yeah, I know the code.
Oh, you know the code? Yeah.
Wow.
Head on in.
It's a good situation.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I'm at your house. You got any magazines anywhere?
Every guy has to have a friend's house that they have access to, Terry. That makes for a very comfortable life, Terry.
Does it?
Yes.
Just for toilet use?
There are other reasons.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. I don't know if I want to delve into that.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you decide you want to delve, I'm more than happy to talk about it. So,
okay, delve.
You want to delve?
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about
it. Okay, you just said. Anyway, by the way, did I mention this is the third time that Lenny Kravitz has been sued?
Third time?
Yeah.
For the same reason?
Yeah, for the same reason.
All right.
2 other insurance companies representing 2 other downstairs neighbors already have lawsuits pending.
Well, I would think he has a working, functional toilet, Terry.
Right.
So then it just comes down to him understanding that he's got to recognize when he's in a multiple flush situation.
Right. Or, even if he doesn't do multiple flush, just to make sure everything flows properly to plunge it just
He doesn't
in
look like the
case?
kind of guy that's going to be sitting there plunging, Terry.
Or have your house
Terry, now you
whatever.
look like the kind of woman who has some serious movements on occasion.
Oh, really?
She looks like the kind of person.
Yeah, she's short, she's squat.
Oh, man.
So short, squatty equals big movement.
Low center of gravity kind of woman, you know.
Large anus.
Wow, how do you know?
That's part of it. I mean, you have to if that's you have a problem, you know.
Not only do I have
Are you gonna
mud flaps,
deny
but
that?
I have a large anus as well.
Well, correct us if we're wrong then. Correct us if we're wrong. Do you have a really large anus or no?
No,
as far as some people's butt cracks are bigger than others, Terry.
But how would you know? I mean, you don't measure other
Yeah,
people's.
I mean, it's not like I go through
Speak
and
for yourself.
interview people and go, hey, do you have a large anus compared to mine?
All
What?
right. Well, you know what? Then I'll let you off on this one. But
I don't think mine are any different or,
But you
larger than... But I understand what you're saying.
Do you understand when you're in a multiple flush situation?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, if you do the multiple flush, though, I mean, it could get stuck, and then you have water overflowing. That could be the problem,
What
too.
could get stuck?
Well, if things are stuck in there, then...
Well, that's why you multiple flush, so things don't get stuck in there. You recognize, okay, I'm at capacity, I'm going to flush even though I'm
But
not
if it
done.
gets stuck, and you multiple flush, and it's stuck in there...
still
then
have overflow.
You still have overflow.
Well, the point of multiple flushing is that you flush before you're at full capacity so that you don't.
So not at
So
the
like
end.
in mid, like in
flush. Okay.
What do you think multiple flush means? You flush
I thought you
even
meant
though
at the
you're
end.
even though you're not done.
I thought you meant at the end.
That's
No.
exactly what he's thinking.
You're in mid session and you're flushing even though you're not even close
So when
to
you
done.
know it's going to get stuck...
Exactly.
I thought it was at the end. I didn't
Right at the
realize.
end, you just hit it 7 times.
Can't
He's
believe.
thinking that he's all done and he just stands there the whole time flushing.
I can't believe I
You didn't think that, Terry?
break down the nuts and bolts of multiple flushing.
That's sad. Especially
Very
to a guy,
sad.
Especially to a guy like Steven. He should be dialed in.
Oh, my anus is the biggest, I bet.
Well, you should know. Man, Stephen was going to sit there when he was done flushing 7 times in a row.
Very well, you wait for the water to get back in before you flush again.
All right, let's move on, please.
No, this is great. I love it.
Hey, Terry,
More poop talk just for you,
I got
Stephen.
4 passes that I'm ready to give away right now to the Global Import and Domestic Car Show. And speaking of multiple flushing, we are having a open casting call, a wide open discovery, search and discovery process for an undiscovered car model to join us to participate in the KFC Snacker and Cube 93 Global Import and Domestic Car Show.
All right.
We are accepting applications from ladies and or gentlemen. Because we don't discriminate around here, don't you know?
That's good of you, T-Man.
Yeah, the men won't be considered at all. But you never know, Terry.
Right.
You never know. It's not like I'm restricted to pick one car model at the end of the day here. As I mentioned yesterday, if I feel there are talented, undiscovered model potential ladies that need to be representing in this car show, I'll pick as many as I see fit.
Whoa. There
is an application that is there for you to fill out on www.thetmanshow.com. Yes. Wow. For the first time in 6 months.
We're actually touching it?
TheTManShow.com has been touched.
Woo!
And actually, if you look at the front page of TheTManShow.com, there's a very interesting looking logo.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
That indicates that we are looking for an undiscovered car model that will do just that at the car show.
Wow.
She will be modeling. She will be modeling around and for the cars.
Oh, cool.
Stephen, you like the logo?
I do, yeah. It's pretty interesting.
I really haven't even seen it yet, but I was told it's a nice logo. It's a nice logo?
Looks good.
Would you explain the makeup of the logo there?
Well, it says, want to be a car show model?
Oh, jeez.
And then there's a silhouette of a big-breasted woman in front of a yellow car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of car, but it's a yellow car.
Yes. A big-breasted woman, indicating that small-breasted women need not apply?
I don't know what the indication is.
I don't remember ever saying that.
Yeah.
But there should be a man silhouetted there, too, then, right?
Yeah.
I'm fine with the silhouette. And all you got to do is just click on that little logo and you can fill out an application?
I'm clicking now, and you cannot. But you have to click below where it says car models at thetmanshow.com.
All right, so if you click below, can you fill out one just for...
chicks and giggles?
Sounds good.
Sure.
It'll be sent to Pasty, and then an appointment will be made, and the day that we're going to be seeing these ladies and occasional straggling gentlemen that want to apply to be a car model will be a week from Friday, Terry.
Very good.
And then on May 13th, amongst all the professionals, because many a professional car model is going to be hired, you know, ones that go around the country touring, these high-class, top-flight, or maybe not the highest class, but high-class nonetheless, top-flight professional car models. They do the circuit, Terry. They get hired out of agencies.
Sweet deal.
I'm sure there's a lot of ladies out there, and an occasional straggling gentleman, that thought to themselves, you know, I never knew how to get started, but I would have been a great car model.
Yeah.
You know? If I would ever have been pointed in the right direction, I could have torn up the car modeling industry.
Wow.
Well, we're doing the pointing in that direction.
Woo.
We're doing the nudging. We're giving you the open door.
That's right.
No excuses anymore about why you never got your modeling career off the ground. Because the car modeling secretary is your great entry point into who knows how big a modeling career.
Sure.
Now, yesterday we talked about this, and we got a lot of applications. And some ladies were bold enough to send pictures. And I'll tell you right now.
Yeah?
One of the best parts of this little situation is going to be, I'm not going to lie, some of these ladies who have the audacity to send in their pictures like this.
Oh, is that it?
Because some ladies have every right to be thinking they're car models, and some ladies who send in pictures have absolutely no right whatsoever.
What were they thinking?
What the hell were you thinking?
Is that what they
Unless you just sent the worst picture of you that you could have possibly taken. Right. You're wasting everyone's time.
Oh, goodness.
But that's okay with us.
I mean, because what else do we have to do?
We got nothing else to do.
Wait till we see Steven's picture.
I didn't send a picture.
I would really appreciate it, just so we understand how this new logo, since the TManShow.com hasn't been touched in a while, how it's all going to work, and if it's working properly, I'd really appreciate it if you sent a picture of yourself.
All right, I gotta find one.
Yeah, some guy with a big chin wants to be in T-Man. Wants to be a model. I don't know if we're going to book him.
Well, Pasty, we got to consider him like anyone else.
Right. I mean, actually, if you think about it, a lot of women do go to car shows, so they might want to take a look at a nice-looking guy hanging out by a car.
Terry is making it clear that she wants men to...
I think, yeah.
To volunteer themselves.
I mean, that's why the guys go, right? Because they know there's going to be hot babes there.
And despite what I just said, it's not all about a picture. It's about what you exude.
No.
It's about what you... Okay, it's pretty much about the picture.
But there are some people who don't have pictures, so...
That's right. Some people don't have a picture that would represent how big time they can be in this car show, Terry.
Right.
This is your opportunity. Don't pass it up.
There you go.
Brianne!
I am here.
I'm glad.
I'm glad, too. I've been trying to get in all week.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
And what can we do for you, Brianne?
I would love the car show tickets.
And there are 4 car show tickets that we're giving away. And by the way, if you ultimately become a car show model through the process that we're now laying out before you, Terry, you and your entire family, upwards of 10 people, can get to see you in your debut as a model on the car that you'll be straddling, Terry. And no dad will be more proud. And we'll give passes for the whole family, Terry.
That's a nice deal there. They get a whole family event.
That's right. Bring a picnic lunch. What, Brianne, who are you going to bring with you if you win 4 passes? Who's in your life?
Well, it's my boyfriend's birthday in about a week. We have 2 mutual friends, Brissy and Jared, that I would love to come with us.
So how serious are you with this boyfriend here?
We've been together for about 2 years. We had like a 4-month breakup period.
You had a 4-month breakup period. How long ago?
Last summer.
And what'd you do during that 4-month breakup period?
Probably mourned in my bedroom.
She what now?
Something in her bedroom.
Warmed up her bedroom?
You warmed up your bedroom?
Mourning in my bedroom.
Mourning. Like she was mourning she was depressed. She stayed in her bedroom, is that it?
And you lied face down on your pillow for 4 months? Sobbing away, waiting for the phone to ring?
I will admit, I won't lie to you guys, I did expect my phone to ring a lot, but I didn't go out and date or anything.
So you had no sexual activity of any kind outside of your relationship, even though you weren't in one because you were on a break for that 4-month period?
True.
While all the while, he was out dicking left and right, Terry.
Sounds like it.
Dicking this girl down, dicking her down, dicking him down. Everyone was dicked down by this dude, and she was sitting waiting for the phone to ring. Facing the pillow, Terry.
So who finally made that call? Did you beg him?
What?
It was more. We were just fighting a lot, and he decided to take a break.
But then he came back. Then all of a sudden the phone did ring 4 months later.
Well, I mean, we were still talking in the process because we work together. And so it's kind of hard to not communicate with your coworkers.
It sounds pretty pathetic, the way you're describing this, of how desperate you were to corral this man back into your life, and the basic impression you're giving us of how lost you were without him. Aren't you a woman who could stand on your own 2 feet?
I can, but I don't know. It was a really sad moment, and a lot of stress was going on, and...
So how's the relationship now? Hunky-dory?
Better than ever, T-Man.
How's the relationship as it stands today?
We're doing good.
Are you living together or no?
Together. We're fine.
You live together or no?
No, we don't live together.
How often do you see each other?
Probably every day.
How often do you have sex?
Probably...
Twice a day.
Gone down a lot, though.
Our phone's breaking up, Terry. It's annoying me. And it's annoying me.
Hey, don't leave.
Yeah, I'm not your boyfriend. Relax. I'm not going.
That's exactly what she was saying.
It comes so natural for her to say that.
Yeah, if we put your face in the pillow, you won't be crying. Or you might be.
There might be tears coming in your eyes, but it won't be tears of
Sadness,
sorrow.
Yeah.
Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay. So I asked you how often you have sex with this man, and I'm still waiting for an answer.
Probably only like twice a month.
Twice a month?
That's it?
Sounds like you're ready for marriage.
I know.
Not ready.
Yeah, marriage in the first week.
Why only twice a month?
We've been a lot. Our store just had a huge remodel, so we're working like 1 to 10s and...
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, 9 hours.
Are you a woman that just doesn't need sex that much? Is that the story or what?
I really...
You what?
I don't.
You don't need sex that much. You just need companionship and love and that crap.
And to have fun. I just like...
You like to have fun.
Like,
she wants to have fun, Terry.
Let's just have
She's
some
one of those
fun,
girls
honey.
that doesn't need sex that much, but
Yeah.
she just wants to go out and have fun.
What kind of things are fun that you guys
Fun
do?
is only good when it leads to sex.
Oh, but so she's not very fun then.
Apparently not.
'Cause she doesn't
She's got
need it.
She's misgauging fun, Terry.
Yeah. No libido whatsoever.
Man.
I'm fine.
Why don't you need sex more? What's wrong with your VJ?
What's wrong?
I have no answer for that. Because I think in the beginning of our relationship, we had a little too much.
But you've never needed sex that much in your entire life, right? I mean, you want it every once in a while, but just overall, you're not that horny a woman.
I have the man stamina.
You have what?
I don't have the stamina.
You don't have the man stamina.
Well, so if you're only doing it like
It's not.
twice,
She's got a complete. I'm sorry to interrupt, Terry. No, I'm not. She has the complete miscalculation of how it breaks down between men and women. Because the reality is, women are just as in need of sex as men, Terry, if
Right, I
not more.
understand that.
And she has decided that she is not different from other women, but she's wrong.
right? No, I agree with you. She is wrong.
Terry, of course, you have to agree.
Well, but
No, you are.
well, the
You're a little bit to the other side. But
I'm more like a guy.
Whoa. Well, I'm just saying, there really is no difference when it comes to your interest in sex. Women want it just as much as men.
Well, there are certain levels, of course, but I mean...
But if you think every woman only needs it twice a month, you're crazy.
Well, there are moments when I want it more than others. I just have not been in the mood for some reason.
Just haven't been in the mood.
Wow.
How old are you?
I'm 20. I'll be in November.
Yes, I knew she was young, Terry.
So what is...
She sounds older than she is, and you know why?
Why?
She's got an old soul.
Ah.
Oh. I listen to your show every morning.
I'm glad you do, and you need to. You need to desperately. And I understand you. And no one else would. Trust me. Other people wouldn't even think you're interesting. I do. I find interest in you where other people just assume you're boring. I get you. I like you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So don't make me feel like trying to play some guilt trip that because you listen to my show every morning, I'm supposed to be less blunt with you. I'm going to tell you the way you are, baby. You're crazed. You got issues. They're not horrible issues as compared to other people's issues. They're not that drastic. But you got issues, baby. And the fact that you couldn't function basically without this guy in your life for 4 months also tells me a lot about you.
I couldn't function. I was just, everyone.
You were barely functioning without that guy for that 4-month period.
Well,
you know it. You know it better than anyone.
I wasn't functioning with other guys.
I don't mean literally. I just mean life in general. All right, now shut up and I'll give you your 4 passes to the car show. And we'll continue this conversation another time.
Thank you so much.
Because you're not ready to handle it right now. You're not ready to handle it every day.
Whoa.
Like you may need to have T-Man's libido camp.
And you can't talk. You can't talk. You can't teach someone to have a higher libido. You can't force someone to have a higher libido. It's like
force them.
It's like raw speed. You can't teach someone to run faster.
Right.
Either you can run faster, you can't. You can't teach someone speed. I mean, you can maybe alter it to some minor extent. But either you're Charles Johnson, either you're, who else has been big track stars of the days past?
Bruce Jenner.
Okay, that's way back, Stephen.
Jesus.
Bruce Jenner. Either you're Maurice Green or you're not.
Right.
She's no Flojo of the sexual world.
No doubt.
It's a shame.
So did we just officially retire the wheel since we didn't spin it today?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, my God.
Well, you haven't done it the last 2 days,
nobody
actually.
missed it.
You didn't do it
Nobody's
2 days
missing
ago.
it.
Last 2 days you haven't done it.
Really?
Yep.
So in other words, if I spin the wheel and this lady's calling in, it's completely voided out. And we've been through so much together.
Yeah.
This enlightening period that we've had that I hate to do that.
I really want the ticket.
Oh, jeez. What's your weekend going to look like? You have any plans?
5 to midnight Saturday. I work till 9 tomorrow.
What do you do?
Tomorrow, so we might go get drinks and go to her apartment.
Ah, you like a drink, do you, now and then, huh?
I do.
What do you drink?
Sex weekend?
I just like hard alcohol. I'm not a, say it on the air, bitch beer person.
You're not a bitch beer person?
Yeah, wine coolers and stuff. I'm more just straight alcohol.
Like what kind of alcohol do you like?
I'm a vodka tequila fan.
Tequila,
You don't like a good Zima now and then?
Oh, jeez.
Steven does.
I thought maybe she throws back a couple of Patron. She's ready for little spread the leg action, but that's not the case, Terry.
When I'm drinking, I kind of get that way.
But you don't get really that nymphoed out when you start drinking tequila? I don't know what woman doesn't, Terry. It's a shame.
What is the boy? I mean, I would think that the boyfriend probably has the normal, sex drive as a guy.
You never know, Terry. You never know.
Just not with her.
I guess not.
Maybe that's why I came back to her, because he took the sexual pressure off him. Maybe that's why they work well together.
They could be just happy with each other. And
it's probably not
in love and enjoy each other's company.
I want the honest story.
Okay.
Before, but what happened was I always go over to his house, and his parents are always there. They get off work at like 7, and they actually heard us one night and wrote us a long letter and didn't appreciate the disrespect. So it's kind
So
of
instead of confronting you with their thoughts, they wrote you a letter.
And sent it to the house he lives in, which is their house.
Put a stamp on it and mailed it back to the house.
Hey, do you have our son's letter? Or our son's address? I can't seem to find it.
Amazing. Amazing how people like to avoid confrontation.
There's other places to do it, honey.
And the letter began, Dear my old biological child, that's 4 feet down the hall from me. There's been something I wanted to talk to you about that I can't face you. Very interesting. So in other words, you'd be sexual jackrabbits if it weren't for that warning that you got, huh?
we were before the letter, yeah.
I'm sure. I'm not quite convinced.
I mean, if you count like 2 to 3 times a night, 3 nights a week, that's what we used to do.
And in other words, but if it weren't for his parents, you'd still be doing it 2 or 3 nights a week, 3 times a night on those nights.
Probably.
I don't buy that.
I don't buy that.
I blame my parents, too.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, honey, I can't. Somehow my parents were something.
Hang on for your passes.
Congratulations.
All right?
So much, guys.
Yeah, whatever.
Enjoy the show.
Yeah. Don't bother going to the tmanshow.com. I can already tell you are no car a model.
Oh.
She's a nice, simple-looking woman, Terry.
Hopefully we'll get them on their good day when they go to the Wagon of Conception.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
That's right. Aside from rookie car models making their presence felt at the car show this year,
Right.
don't forget about the T-Man's Wagon O Conception. More details are coming for that, Terry.
Sweet.
Somebody who has a little conception moment happen at the car show, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not literally in the wagon, but you never know.
But that's an option, right?
Could be in line for a, pretty souped-up prize there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. More details coming on that. Did I mention that, Terry?
Yeah, you
More
did.
details coming, yes.
The T-Man.
Former 90210 star Luke Perry says he's being harassed by a woman whose kids go to school with his kids.
That is.
Extras learned Perry's asking LA Superior Court for protection. He's due in court this Friday.
Oh, would you please? I mean, shouldn't he just be excited that some woman out there actually knows who he is?
Probably.
Seriously, Luke Perry is scared because one lady where he brings his kids to school is bugging him. What is she asking him questions about Brenda? You guys gonna get back together? What's going on? I need to know. Luke Perry. He's calling the cops on her, asking for
He
protection.
feels threatened, and his kids, and he's feeling that his kids are being threatened in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you do.
He's just upset that his kids want him to be nowhere near the building when they have career day at school.
Oh, now.
That's what really all his animosity is coming from. This lady can't be bugging him that much.
Oh, you have to have a career to go to career day.
I mean, please.
I watch him every day on 90210.
Stalkers are a little scary.
She's not stalking him. Her kids go to school there, too.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she can't be a stalker.
He's like, what are you doing here? I'm dropping my kids off at school.
Yeah, I knew you were following me.
Luke, what was your last name again?
Man. Come on. You can't handle yourself with one. I mean, if it was a... Is there a situation where one individual woman can scare you that much? I guess so. But this doesn't sound like it's that big a deal. Man.
Well, I mean, I
Probably
think
just talking to him all like souped up fan style. And he just wants to be left alone, so he's called the cops on her, basically.
Nice.
I want protection. I need protection. I'm Luke Perry. I'm like, who? Luke Perry. Check out my reruns on the Soap Network at 2 o'clock.
Every day.
Really?
Well, when she shows up at the house and she thinks she
She's
lives
showing
there.
up at the house. They didn't say that in the story. They're saying that he's bothered by her at the school where he drops off his kids. Man.
We should send him on the bus. Doesn't have to deal with it then.
Yeah. Just give her the spiel. Look, I'm all washed up. Leave me alone. I'm nothing.
Are you happy?
I have no more career.
Yeah.
Unless you're a director, then talk to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have a movie role for me?
I just get the sense. My gut tells me that this just wasn't a situation where he needed to call the authorities on this lady.
Well, and I'm sure that if when he goes in front of a judge to plead his case, and if and the judge says, there's nothing here, then you don't get it.
Right.
So no big deal.
Luke Perry. Gay.
Wow, really?
Not in a real gay, traditional kind of way.
Can't be gay.
No, he's gay, but
Yeah. The situation is
gay has a lot of definitions these days.
Yeah.
Former 90210 star Luke Perry says he's being harassed by a woman whose kids go to school with his kids. Extras learned Perry's asking LA Superior Court for protection. He's due in court this Friday.
Why do you think they're pretty much giving you that story? Is it really that interesting? Are we really that interested in Luke Perry? No, they're giving you the story because the details of the story just make you sit out there as a viewer and go, oh, it's a gay. You know?
Okay.
Come on. Man, build your own school then, Luke, if you're so concerned.
Right. Homeschool.
Right.
Or
There you
take him
go.
to another one.
Oh,
If you're really that bothered by this one lady who's probably just asking you questions about what it was like working with Shannon Doherty.
Are you really a bad boy?
Leave me alone, lady. I'm calling the cops. Don't think I won't do it. I already dialed 911. All right, take another step. There you go. Okay, there's the last one.
Yeah.
Police being harassed.
I need to go to the Peach Pit and relax.
Mhm.
Too stressful.
Where's Mac when you need him?
God.
All right,
Big
Luke.
deal. He's a fan. He should be happy.
He should be happy someone can recognize him.
Man.
I don't think anybody would like to be harassed. It's kind of,
Oh, whatever. I don't really think she's really harassing him that big time.
All right. Well,
What else is going on in the world, Terry? What else is happening,
I
please?
got a quick story for you out of Coffeyville, Alabama.
I love Coffeyville.
Now, of course, it's a
Is that next door to Margaritaville?
Oh, yeah. Wasting away again.
it's a teacher having sex with student story, and I know we've heard plenty of them.
Yes, we kind of watered down on this
I know.
teacher-student sex scandals, Terry. What's...
Well, but she had sex with two boys.
Is there, so it's an interesting twist on this one.
Well, yeah, not only
We haven't had
that,
a teacher that's been... They ran a train on their teacher?
I don't necessarily, but I just
Was
said
she having
that
sex with them at the same time?
It doesn't say at the same time, but she just said she was having sex with two boys who
With
were
two
under
boys.
the age of 16.
So I take that to mean that she was having sex with them at the same time.
Okay.
Man, running a train on your biology teacher.
Wow.
It's pretty
Yeah,
high.
she's 30.
She's 30.
Uh-huh.
Man, if I was to run a train on one of my high school teachers, I wonder what friend I would want to join in with me.
How would you go about narrowing that down?
Yeah. That's an interesting question.
Who's got a six-pack?
That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Beer. Oh, it is.
But that's not
No, the reality is there are some friends I would rather not see me, like, naked and pounding away on a woman.
But there's friends you want to see.
There'd be some friends I'd be more comfortable seeing me plow some babe, yeah.
Like Steven's uncomfortable.
Like Steve would be way uncomfortable. If I had a lottery, if I had like a draft of who I'm selecting to run a train on some babe, Steven's like
down low on the draft list.
He's not making even the 7th round draft.
Yeah, well, boy, I sure lose out there, don't I?
Jeez.
Black socks and tidy whities, man.
And then
Bummer for me.
And then there are a couple of dudes that I've been friends with, Terry, that I would think about making my first round draft pick.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to run a train on this babe, but I'm thinking of selecting you as my first round draft pick. Now, can you run through the tires real quick and let me see how you do this? You got to put them through the skills test.
Right. Let's see how you do the monkey bars.
40 times.
I mean, you can understand that. I mean, if you're going to run a train on some girl out there, okay? Let's say she's a hot 30-year-old teacher. Don't you have some friends that you have in a certain category as, yes, these are the dudes I would run a train on her with, and no, these are the dudes I wouldn't?
No question.
Of course!
But at 15, you're really thinking that?
Steven doesn't know the ins and outs of the train.
I guess not.
I'm on the train.
Have Mel Kiper Jr. make my pick for me.
Wow.
Mel Kiper Jr. has the big board of who you select and who you wouldn't.
And we go to the war room and figure it out.
There you go. I mean, I might ask Mike Holmgren's advice.
Wow.
Like, I don't want Pacey because, I mean, after he's done, I got no shot.
Well, there are some benefits of having Pasty, and there's some, of course, there's some detriments. Of course, he's got the Magnum on his side, which makes you look really small.
Well, then you
but
go first.
He's the only person that can make me look kind of tan, Terry. So, there are some bonuses.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
I'm trying to find the upside of running a train on a babe with Stephen R. Kilbreth. He'd be making, like, these real silly-sounding jokes.
Yeah, like kind of like awkward comments like he does to the dealer at poker, that kind of routine.
Right.
Servers.
Make you feel more uncomfortable than make you laugh, though.
Cab drivers.
Stephen, aren't there friends of yours? Maybe your little buddy Scott? I don't know. Aren't there some friends that you have in mind that you would, if you were to get yourself in a situation where it was 2-on-1, maybe 3-on-1, 4-on-1, there'd be a certain group of your friends that you would choose and some you would leave out?
Well, interestingly enough, though, it's not something that I think about all the time, so I don't...
Well, we don't always think about it, but
It seems like you do. You already have it planned out.
Well,
it's like,
Terry just brought
I
up a
know it's not
story
Stephen, but I know these guys are going to be in there when I'm doing this other girl, and we're all going to have a gay old time.
Gay old time.
No, we're actually doing it to a girl, not each other. Make sure you get
Oh,
the story
gay
straight.
means happy, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, remember, there's plenty of meanings.
And
to
we
gay.
take extra precautions to make sure that our penises never even graze on bud.
Oh, well, heaven forbid,
But if the balls touch, that's fine.
So, are you going to answer the question? Are there a certain group of friends, even though you don't think about it, are there a certain group of friends now that you are thinking about it? Are there a certain group of friends that you think are more apt to be in that kind of situation? And some
There's
that would not?
nobody I can think of that I would want to be in that situation with.
So you'd rather have a stranger?
But
I'd rather
no,
have
he
nobody.
can't even picture himself in that situation. That's why he can't think of any friends.
He'll take potluck from the bathhouse.
Hey, what's up, Carl? My name's Steven.
I mean,
Well, how about I don't cheat on my wife and I don't run trains on other women?
We're not
So there
talking
you go.
about the cheating. We're saying if you were like
single.
We're going back to high school, basically.
Right. Like if you were a 15, 16-year-old kid.
Or if you were single, and as I've said many times, you're single until you're dead. But
if I was in high school, there's plenty of buddies in high school I'd love to see pound on away on some woman.
I can't even get
Jeez.
Yeah. We're not suggesting you'd like to see your buddy do it, but there's people you feel more comfortable around.
That's right.
I honestly do not think that I would be comfortable around anybody doing that.
He's just a solo guy.
When you take turns and stuff like that. Now, granted, I can watch people, but if I have to go next, I don't know if I'm.
All right, so there you go.
If I can run the caboose, I'm not going to do it.
So Stephen has a certain group of guys he'd like to watch have sex with a woman.
But he's definitely not going last. He's first.
I don't want to go at all. I don't want to go at all.
Oh, really?
And what part are you watching? Which part are you focusing on?
Oh, the big finish. No, I don't know.
Okay.
Put your hand on the guy's butt and kind of help him push a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
It's just not something I see myself standing around watching this happening.
Okay.
I'm not really that into it. Sorry.
You spurred on this conversation because
of this. Well, and you thought that the two kids.
This is the latest twist in the teacher-student sex scandal. The two dudes.
But it gets even more twistier than that.
Oh, jeez.
Because
twistier.
Yeah. She actually tried to get them to murder her husband.
Oh, the twistiest.
Yeah. Of course, they didn't, and she was arrested for solicitation of murder, first-degree rape.
It's kind of like that movie To Die For. Remember with Nicole Kidman? And Joaquin Phoenix?
I didn't see it.
True story, by the way.
Really?
Yes. Based on one, at least.
Wow.
And Joaquin Phoenix, Terry, was making it happen with Nicole Kidman and then killed her husband.
Whoa.
No one saw this movie?
I saw it.
Stephen did.
Well, why did you sound then surprised when I told you the story?
I wasn't saying surprised. I just said, whoa, like...
Oh, just to add some emphasis?
Yeah, it's what I do. That's my job. I'm an emphasis guy.
Gotcha. We should get you a T-shirt.
And a cape.
Emphasis.
It's like a superhero. Emphasis guy.
There's a big E on his chest with a big cape. I think we're on to something.
Whoa.
If you had the big E on your chest with a big cape, you'd be ready for the train.
Oh, that'd be different, yeah.
I'm a little pissed you don't want me to be part of your train.
Wow.
I'm actually a little hurt.
You didn't want me. You said there's no way.
Yeah, but he thought you'd want him.
Yeah.
No.
Because,
Definitely not.
But he doesn't want anybody, so doesn't that make you feel better?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
All right.
I think he's a fibber.
But he's a fibber.
So
I'm writing down a list of guys right now.
Oh, jeez.
Who do I want to see having sex?
You could visualize Steven and a friend of his taking on a babe there.
You can visualize it?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that.
Little buddy Scott.
I don't know if I can see that. Got a lot of hair in that room.
Oh, man.
What else? Okay, so they're going to kill her for...
Well, no, she tried to get them to. That was one of the, things she... Well,
and unlike in the movie To Die For, the boys told the authorities or told somebody that got her in trouble before it actually happened, before the husband was killed.
Whoa!
Yes.
Look, we just want to do you. I don't really want to kill anybody. God.
We'll do you up to the moment where you force us to kill your husband, and then we're out.
Right. I'll take a pass.
As opposed to the dudes in To Die For who had to kill your husband in order to keep going with the sexual stuff with you.
Wow. I'll have to take a look at that movie.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
Tell
like
movie.
It. Yeah. All those twists and turns, man.
Who said about twists and turns? Oh, you're talking about the sex? Okay, yeah. What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening?
I found this kind of interesting, some tips from a CEO by the name of Bill Swanson.
And then I'm going to, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt, I'm going to turn it over to the phones, Terry, because it is a Thractious Thursday.
Oh.
And it sounds like we are leading in perfectly into a train talking Thursday.
Yes.
So... 1-866-663-T-Man. If you would like to call up and give us your list of friends that you would like to join in with the train situation.
Well, it's better than poop.
Well, that can be
Can I
part
ask
of it,
you a
too.
question? And since we're talking about trains, does it just apply to men? I mean, are there...
Run a train on a guy?
You're saying if it's two women on one man, is that a train?
Right.
No, that's not a train.
Okay, but could there possibly be a situation where a woman has a list of guys that she would like to have run a train on her?
Okay. You talk me into it.
Are we on your list, Terry?
No.
Terry, if for the true definition of a train,
Yeah?
the woman has to be outnumbered,
Okay.
and it has to be minimum of 2 to 1. Now, you would think 2 to 1 doesn't sound like much of a train, but it is a train nonetheless.
Okay.
I'm the size of 2 people, man. It's a train.
Like a monorail.
It's a monorail.
More of a cable car. One of those little San Francisco treat deals.
Yeah.
But a train, a nonetheless.
Right.
Don't you know?
You talking about a trolley?
A trolley.
A trolley, still, in the train, a family. Don't you know?
So if any listener wants me to be part of one this weekend, let me know. Do you know, Johnny?
Jamba Juice, what time?
Mm-hmm.
Peanut butter's
Peanut butter's back today.
I thought it was back
yesterday. Yeah.
They were wrong.
By the way, today is the day that it's revealed who's going to be on the cover of Madden 2007.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
And I'm saying right here and now, if it's not Sean Alexander, it's not nobody.
It is.
How do you know?
My friend told me. I just not remembered.
They're unveiling it tonight.
He works at
but
Xbox.
he works for Xbox.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, you just ruined the whole surprise.
Gosh.
And you know for sure.
I remember him telling me that.
I don't know if he can know for
who
sure.
was on last year?
Last year was Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, I remember him telling me it's Sean Alexander.
It better be. Because Sean Alexander broke every record in the book last year.
Right.
And if you're not going to put Sean Alexander on the cover, that is such a knock, such a slap at the Northwest, Terry.
I know.
So if it's Peyton Manning, I'll beat up my friend.
Mm-hmm.
We won't like John Madden
If it's
anymore.
Peyton Manning, well, I didn't want to say this because I don't want to give your source too much recognition because the reality is it's probably going to be Sean Alexander. So I'm not going to say, wow, your friend really was in the know if it turns out to be Sean Alexander. But if it's not, then you just got a horrible source.
Awful.
But he works at Microsoft.
He works at Xbox.
He works at, which is Microsoft.
Right.
A division.
Right.
Within Microsoft.
But you can work at like Windows or whatever.
Yeah, but Microsoft and Xbox aren't the ones that develop and
Well, but
pretty
EA
much
Sports,
the game's,
right?
like, done.
Yeah.
Was EA Sports bought out by Microsoft?
Well, no, but EA Sports probably gives them, because Xbox, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if they keep it pretty tight-lipped.
Or calm during the break.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, you weren't supposed to say that on the air.
I know.
Hey, taking back my 360.
Because tonight is the night that they reveal, they unveil, they will give you the information of and show you the cover on ESPN.
Very good. Can't wait to hear my son go, oh, gonna go get Madden 2007 now?
ESPN has the big unveiling show. It's become that big.
Really?
Yes, as a video game, Madden is that huge now that they have a show specifically, or at least a moment within Sports Center where they unveil who the poster boy, the poster child, the poster... Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's always that superstition that the person who's on the cover, you can write them off for next season.
Oh, jeez. Isn't that kind of like the superstition with Sports Illustrated?
It's no longer...
Basketball?
It's the Sports Illustrated jinx has morphed into the Madden cover guy kind of jinx.
Right.
Yeah, the Sports Illustrated thing is fraudulent because they do like regional covers now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's not really a true cover.
So that's why the jinx has been passed on to Madden. Who's ever on the cover either breaks a leg or has a horrible season or yada, yada, yada.
Right.
Now, what if it's LaDainian Tomlinson?
Oh, jeez. It's a possibility.
What if it's Jerome Bettis? Super Bowl guy?
Retired? Probably not him.
What if it's Jean-Philippe Darche?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
The Super Bowl refs.
He's the long snapper of the Seattle Seahawks, too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And a Frenchman. Not many in the NFL. Just about 5 or 6. Not really, just one. Anyway.
Right.
All right, so no big deal.
But it kind of is for some people who are big Madden people.
Yeah. I don't know anybody. What is the story you were reading?
I was going to tell you about this little tip from the CEO by the name of Bill Swanson, and he's talking about how to tell if someone's a real jerk.
If somebody's a real jerk, you can tell in this fashion.
Yes. You watch how they treat their waiters.
They could be nice to your face. They could be nice at a party. They could be nice in the work environment. But you find out the real person that lies within on how they treat the waiter or waitress.
Right. And this is his quote. What?
Okay.
This is his quote. He says this never fails. He says this never fails.
So if you're snapping at the waiter saying, oh, waiter, salsa.
Salsa. Salsa.
I don't even want to go there.
Or if you go, hey, listen, I told you no onions. Were you not listening?
Yeah, that's a little rude.
Yeah, people treat waiters like they're servants, like they're just like the hired help. And I guess to some extent you may be able to perceive it as such, but that's just not the way you go about it.
Yeah, it doesn't give you the right to treat them like crap.
People that are rude to waiters, they must enjoy eating saliva.
I know. But this is what he says. This is his quote. A person who is nice to you but rude to the waiter or to others is not a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
And he also goes on to say that watch out for people who have a situational value system, who can turn the charm on and off depending on the status of the person they are interacting with.
Right.
Be especially wary of those who are rude to people perceived to be in subordinate roles.
Right.
So, of course, waiters. And so that's, Time you go to a business luncheon with somebody that says...
To find out the person that lies within.
Right.
Are you dating a real nice guy? Or are you dating a madman? How do they treat the waitress?
There you go.
Well, she's hot.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can cancel out the evaluation process.
Throw out your little study if that's the case.
1-866-663-T-Man is a toll-free number, as always, as usual. And today, being a Thrashes Thursday, as I said, means the phone lines are now being opened wide for you to talk about anything you want to talk about. Because with a new weekend on the horizon, Terry, I'm sure there are a lot of dilemmas, a lot of problems, a lot of relationship issues that you may need to address with the good doctor. The good doctor is in.
Woohoo!
His prescription pad is right next to my right hand here.
Give it to me.
Have 50 refills.
I had to nail it down to the console because of Hot Fudge Scott.
Right.
And his activities. 1-866-663-T-Man. Anything you want to talk about is fine with me. And we begin with Doug from Seattle. Good morning, Doug.
Morning.
How are you?
All right.
What can we do for you today?
I wanted to talk about that girl earlier, man, who called in and was saying about that 20-year-old. She's 20 years old. And she didn't want sex or anything like that.
Well, she had a limited interest in sex. She had a low libido. She had no real true level of horniness like you would think a 20-year-old woman would have, although she tries to masquerade it as much as possible. That's the way the women out there generally are programmed these days. You got to keep yourself dignified, but your vagina's all tingly. You know what I'm saying? Now, you, Doug, sound like a sexual dynamo. So I would like to hear what your take on this is. Go ahead.
My wife, man, she's 20. Same thing.
Oh, you can
relate. I want it all the time, and she won't give none out. I mean,
Doug can relate. He's a man married to a 20-year-old woman.
Right.
Thinking that it would be just a sexual carnival of marital fun. And the reality is, every time he looks to dick down his wife, as a husband needs to do, Terry, to make the marriage a happy one.
Right.
She's not interested.
with him.
Right.
Now, I constantly buy flowers, you know. I do things to try to make it work out.
If you have to buy your wife flowers to have sex with her, there's something wrong right there.
Well, no, but I think he's just trying to be that's probably where his frustration lies. He feels that he's a good husband. He treats her with respect.
Maybe he's better off rolling her in flour, Terry.
Whoa, now.
That's a little cheaper.
Whoa, now.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's more cost effective.
There it is.
So you're telling me, Doug, that you constantly, or at least it seems constant, that you ask your wife night after night, hey, can we have sex tonight? And you get turned down day after day?
I do.
Terry, you know, that's
I don't know now. We also have 3 boys too, so I don't know if it's because
Well, is your wife's responsibility to take care of your kids all through the day?
She works too.
She works too. So
wow, she's a busy
I'll tell you what,
lady.
wives who work have it easier than wives. The time that I spend having the sole responsibility of taking care of the child, it's exhausting, Terry.
No, it is. Very exhausting.
As soon as you hand back the child, you realize while you're doing it, while you're actually in the act of taking care of the kid, you don't realize how exhausted you're getting. But then once you're done and you hand back the child to its rightful owner.
You go, God, I'm exhausted.
You're like, man, I'm exhausted.
No doubt.
You want to come home and get some, you know what I mean?
I would almost have to understand if she's not ready for just your sexual thunder every night, Doug, if she's taking care of 3 kids all through the day.
Yeah, I mean, that in itself, you're right, is absolutely exhausting. But plus, put on top of that, she does work part-time.
Yeah, but work is a lot, believe it or not. You can take a lot more downtime when you're working. You can lack.
Probably so, depending upon the work, but still.
She just doesn't dig Doug.
Maybe that's it. She's 20. She's had 3 of his kids, and she's like, "What now?"
Tongue?
How old is your oldest child?
The oldest is 9, but it's her stepson though. Like it's.
All right. So how often are you getting vagina access from your own wife?
What's that?
How often would you say your wife and you have sex, Doug?
How often?
How often?
Maybe 3 times a week.
3 times a week.
God, that's pretty good for.
Well, he thinks he's got a 20-year-old wife. He should be getting it 2 times a day.
Well, he's not even home.
I want it all the time. I mean, especially on the weekends when I'm off.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 times a day would be nice.
Sure. What? Come on.
And your wife tells you it's basically because she's just worn out, she's tired, or is there another reason?
We got things to do and stuff like that. And
Does she give you an example of things you have to do? Because you're just sitting around going, I can't see anything we got to do.
No, we don't need to be
go to the parents' house, go out and movies or whatever, take the kids out to the park and stuff. I mean, and I make time for that too.
Okay, all right. So we understand.
Got to be time for.
So we understand we understand the situation. So what's the end result going to be here, Doug? Are you basically letting it be known to us, and maybe you've done this to your wife, that hey, if the sex doesn't step up in its frequency, that there's going to be issues in your marriage, or what's the?
Well,
where's this leading?
Like what that girl said earlier about her being 20 and not really being interesting. I'm just hoping it's a 20-year-old thing, and once she, steps up another age or two, maybe it'll...
Well, something tells me if she's not giving you as much sex as you need at her age now being 20, that at 21, 22, or especially even as you progress further along, it's not all of a sudden going to increase in frequency. You're maxed out right now as far as much as you may get it.
You really think so?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, depending, too, though, with the age of the children as they get older and stuff, I think when time starts to free up a little bit, she may change her mind and think differently.
Be ready for it.
This is not even mentioning that Doug married a woman who was way too young to be married.
Right,
All
no doubt,
and
no doubt.
And the prospects, I hate to tell him, again, so bluntly, Terry, but I have no choice but to do that because that's the way I'm wired. I hate to tell him that his chances of longevity in this marital state that he's in, be it sex 9 times a day or 3 times a week, is still not very promising because he married a woman who was too young to get married. But that's a whole other issue that he's not even interested in right now.
Right.
He just wants sex.
Right.
Ben wants sex, Terry. How old are you, Doug?
How old am I? 28.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And how's the marriage overall, aside from your need for sex that isn't being quite quenched?
What was that?
How is the marriage otherwise?
Oh, marriage is excellent. She's a beautiful girl. She's an excellent mom.
Mm-hmm.
So, other than that, marriage is great.
All right,
we've had our problems the first year.
And you're getting it 3 times a week.
That's a lot for some people.
A lot of husbands would sign up right now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, can I cut this down a couple times a week?
But at least is it when you get it 3 times a week? Is it she's like just going, okay, go ahead, honey, or is it like, oh, good? Is it romantic and is she into it and she's enjoying it just as much as you, or is it like a chore to her?
It's romantic. Doug,
are you pulling your end?
Work and she'll have candles going and stuff.
He's lucky.
Doug, are you pulling your end of the bargain that you're doing everything it takes to turn her on to the absolute fullest extent that a woman can be turned on? You can't help but do that, right, Doug?
That's right.
He's a sexual dynamo.
Combing the hair, trimming the underarms.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Clipping the nose hair, right, Doug?
That's right.
You're doing that part. You're getting her all the way she needs to be, all juicy, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you guys go away for a weekend or something and have, know?
Why do I get the sense that Doug is not the biggest turn on in the world, Terry? I'm sorry.
Because
just a hunch, huh?
Yeah.
Why do I just have a hunch?
Hey, on that car show, how many is tickets still being sold on that too? Because I wanted to take her out for that.
Oh, you're such a romantic Doug.
I'm trying to get our car into that.
Yes. Well, we already have enough Dodge Neons, but thanks a lot.
All right.
Okay, thanks a lot, Doug. There he is.
His has spinners on it.
Oh yeah, but not the real ones.
It's not getting enough, Terry.
Yes, he is.
He thought,
though.
He thought, no, it's up to each his own.
What does he think that when he said on the weekend 4 or 5 times a day? What, you just lay in bed and let your kids languish out there?
Oh, geez. He thought when he married a 20-year-old, he was signing up for a sexual carnival of marital fun.
He shouldn't have gotten her all knocked up so soon.
Mm-hmm.
Carnival.
Yes.
She already she has a stepson, which is his, and then back to back, it sounds like, she gave birth. So what do you want, dude?
It's like when I went to the carnival with my dad, and he only bought me like 3 tickets. So I was like, oh, geez, I want to go on that, and that, but I can only go on 3 things.
Yeah, it was a priority.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have married the bearded lady.
I'm at the carnival. Come on, Dad. Put down the cash.
Buck up.
That's all it is, $1.
You enjoy these tickets, and I'll meet you back here in 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Make them last.
And if a stranger talks to you, go with him.
Mike.
Yes.
Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
What's up?
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. What can we do for you?
I just wanted to make a comment. Let you know the train for two females and 1 male. It is possible.
Well, it's not. I mean, I know it's possible that little situation can present itself where two females are on one guy, obviously, but that's not the definition of a train.
Well, you can call it. You can call it
whatever
train.
you want,
It's
Mike.
Female.
If it makes you feel better, you call it a train. I'm sure you're getting it all the time. Very good. All right.
He just wants to tell us his story about what had happened to him.
Yeah.
I told my friends I had a train. I'm sticking by it. Another Mike is calling. Yes, Mike.
Hey, T, how's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Well, I got an issue. I hope you can help me out with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my best friend of like a really long time just broke up with his girlfriend, who he's been with for 4 years, and he's really, really depressed about it. But I don't like his girlfriend anyway, and no one likes his girlfriend anyway, so it's a good situation for him. But he's really, really, really depressed.
So you're all celebrating it.
Exactly.
Because you hated her, you resented her. She was just a what? What was her biggest problem as you saw it? What was wrong with her?
Oh man, she had like no personality whatsoever.
And
like,
he's like a
really cool dude. But like,
you
whenever
sure it
she's
wasn't
around,
just you being jealous? Because a lot of dudes get jealous when their friends get hooked up and they're having sex all the time and they're not. You sure that wasn't the case?
And it's a hot
No,
chick and they
he's
can't get
he was
one?
like the last one of all like of our friends that had a girlfriend. So we were like kind of excited for him when he got this girlfriend. But after they've been together for like 2 weeks, we all knew that it was a bad situation because she sucks so bad anyway.
All right, whatever. So he's all depressed. And what's your question?
My question is, like, I give him the advice to move on and to try to get him out and do stuff, but he, like, is trying to, like, get her to come back and, like, still talking to her and trying to convince her that she loves him and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he won't listen to my advice to, like, go out there and do other things. So what else can I tell him to do?
There's not much you can tell him. What are you going to do?
You tell me.
I'm telling you.
You're doing what you
And the fact that you're so interested to such an extent, I mean, just give it time. Eventually, he's got no choice but to come around. She's not going to take him back, right?
I don't know. I mean, like, he might convince her to take him back, and nobody wants that to happen.
Why did they break up in the first place?
You know what I think, Mike?
What?
I think you're in love with your best friend. You love him.
Maybe
And you're still obsessed with the fact that he's engulfed so mentally in this relationship, even when it's over. That he's so focused on her. Why can't you just wait out the period for him to come around? Why does he need to snap to it so quick? Why can't you give him a little couple of weeks padding for
a little mourning time?
Yeah, he was dumped.
But he was not mourning. He's like trying to get her to come back.
Mourning. That's a form of mourning.
This guy needs closure on his buddy's relationship.
I know. That is just.
Come on back. So what are you doing? What are you going to try? What's your next strategic move here?
Well, you say give it time, so like hang out and let him just deal with it. Is that the idea?
Sure.
The more you try to force him into hanging out with you, the less he's going to want to. If you actually start ignoring him a little bit and be like, all right, whenever you come around, that's fine. Just let us know. And just not bug him after that, you might find he'll snap to it a lot quicker.
All right.
But you call him every day. Oh, come on, I'm going out here. You got to join us. It becomes reverse psychology kind of stuff.
All right.
I mean, if you want this guy that bad, I'm going to help you get him. All right?
No, man, that sounds good.
Yes. So laying off him a bit may actually bring him back to the fold.
Not laying on him.
Bring him back to your folds a lot quicker, okay?
All right.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Take care, buddy.
Keep the biker hat and the leather vest.
Yeah.
He'll come around.
Mm-hmm.
What about the buttless shades?
Those are kind of passe.
Oh, really?
What a nice story, Terry.
Yeah, it was sweet.
He misses his best friend.
Aww.
Baby, come back. Pasty moving the mouse real quick.
Oh, yeah. It's not the mouse.
If they're passe, what am I going to do with mine? That's what I want to know.
And real quick, Jared is on the line. The dudes are calling in with the problems this morning, Terry.
Yeah.
The fellas are calling in with their issues.
Steve, that's why you got them on sale.
Yes, Jared.
Issues. Good morning, T-Man.
Yes, sir.
Just a quick thing. I'm in a new relationship.
Oh, well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Just a couple years older than
Can't
me.
wait for the day I can say that again. Well, it's always nice to tell you.
The first time you kiss a new woman.
Oh, you know the excitement of a new relationship.
Oh,
I can't wait. Go ahead there, Jared. What do you got?
She's a couple years older than me.
Yes. Mine will be too.
I don't have any kids.
Mine will be.
But She has 4 kids.
She has 4 kids.
Whoa.
How old is this 2-year-older lady?
She's 29.
29 with 4 kids.
Man.
What a catch. Oh, Cherry makes a sourpuss face when I say that.
I'm a great catch.
She's an awesome girl, though.
Yes.
There you go. We are awesome.
Well, women with 4 kids have no choice but to be awesome ladies.
Yeah.
She's forced into a life of awesomeness.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Yeah, you couldn't do the math there, Terry?
Well, I didn't hear him when
Well, he
he
said
said
she
a
was...
couple years older. So
Yeah, a couple always means 2, doesn't it?
okay, well,
All right, anyway.
whatever. I didn't originally know how old he was.
All right, anyway. Go ahead.
So I've never had kids, and this is all brand new to me, and it's just quite tough, and I don't know what to do.
Do about what?
What?
You don't have that many responsibilities, I would imagine, as the new boyfriend. What do you got to do? Be nice
Well,
to
I
the
mean-
kids, don't hit them in front of the new girlfriend.
She's not looking, flick them in the ear.
Yeah, when she's not looking, you just twist their skin a little bit just for fun.
Oh, how old are they, first of all?
Well, her oldest is in 2nd grade.
Wow.
And then,
Yeah, you got to play that role of being overly just infatuated with her kids.
yeah.
Make her buy that, and you'll be getting laid in no time.
Man, they're really smart.
And women are very smart, so they can see through a lot of the fakeness of that. So you got to really lay it out there good. Like you're really into her kids, and maybe you will be. Maybe you'll actually find them cute, but normally they'll be more like pests to you.
Wow, I can't believe you're saying that.
Well, Jerry, for a guy who's not accustomed to this situation, all of a sudden to be thrown in a mix of
So
4
you're
kids
telling me this
running
guy
around
has
him.
never been around kids? He doesn't have friends who have had kids or anything like that?
Well, I don't know. You can ask him yourself. He's right here.
So you've never been around kids ever in your life? Never.
Yes, I
So you
have.
don't have any experience?
I have.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Okay.
what's so difficult about it?
Dating somebody with kids.
Well, it may be, but it's
And to
not
be
like...
thrust into that
But
situation all of a sudden.
that's his choice.
I hope she doesn't expect him to be like the father figure.
That's his choice.
Oh, father
You
figure.
don't want to
You know
cut
what,
your
if
teeth
you-
on a woman with 4. I mean, start with 1.
If you don't want to deal with the kids and those are her priority, then get out.
He likes the lady.
Oh, I do.
She's a really nice...
I really do want to deal with them.
Well, then what's so difficult?
Why are
Just-
you yelling at him? He hasn't said anything yet, Terry.
Terry, subtle.
He's doing fine. He just wants to make sure he does the things appropriately as a person who's never been with a woman who's had even 1 kid. All of a sudden now he's with a woman with 4 kids. He wants to make sure he doesn't mess up. I think it's a rather nice bit of a phone
But
call
he's
here,
calling
and you're
you-
lambasting the guy.
No, but he's calling you, and you guys are over here. Oh yeah,
well, we're just dealing
fake
with
it.
We're just dealing
The
with
real issue.
Terry, you
The
can't,
real
you
issue
can't all of
here
a
is
sudden
that-
you can't all of a sudden start a new relationship and have these genuine emotions for these kids that you really haven't even met yet.
No doubt about it. But you
So
can
you
at
got to
least...
fake that because women expect
my
that.
Gosh,
Women
no,
expect
we
you got to
don't.
love their kids immediately. When it actually takes time to
Sure it
grow
does.
to grow a bond. But women who have 4 kids, the first thing they do is look how you interact with their kids.
Right.
Oh, how's he going to interact?
Well, it
Oh,
is
she
important
likes-
to know that he can deal with kids, that he can interact with
Well,
them,
I'm
right?
sure he likes kids like the average person out there, I would hope would. But you can't all of a sudden expect you walk through the door to be meeting these new kids and all of a sudden, they're getting along so great. You gotta have moments of time where that builds.
Yes, you do.
But women don't give you that.
That's not true.
You wanted to have...
Absolutely is true.
No, it's
You're
not.
being evaluated from moment 1 on how you interact with the kids. If you have a bad first step, it's over. So that's why you gotta fake it. You gotta make it like, they're the greatest children ever.
I'm paying the price because you wanted Jimmy free sex.
Yes. Without being so over dripping that you can see through it. All right?
T-Man.
Yes.
T-Man.
Yes.
The real issue here is her ex.
Mm-hmm. We just wasted time on how you can interact with the kids when it's not even the issue.
And you guys made it
The
the
real
issue.
issue is I'm gay, T-Man.
All right. What about her ex?
He will not stay away.
Oh, he does have kids.
Well, no, that's fine. That's fine. But he won't...
Or is he a scary, violent guy or no? Oh, he is.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's dangerous, man, because you're dealing with his kids, and that's like his heart and soul, man. So he could really hurt you. You don't need that.
Yeah.
But is he still in love with the ex, who you're dating, the ex-wife or whatever, the mother of his kids?
Is he still in love with her?
Yes.
I believe so. Yeah.
All 4 kids are his.
But he's got a new girlfriend with a new kid.
Mm-hmm. Are all 4 kids his?
Yes.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
they
because
were
if it was just a
married?
couple, you just give them the ones that are his and
Right.
keep 2 for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, size down. Well, that's something you have to seriously consider, man, because that's dealing with a man's absolute direct emotions, and he's never going to like you, and whether he goes to the next level and actually wants to harm you, that is very realistic.
That's true.
And I don't know if any vagina is worth that, because who needs that if you can avoid it? I mean, you might be the greatest guy defending yourself as anybody, but still, you never know. When you're blindsided, you're blindsided. You never know when this guy's going to come after you when you're not looking. Who needs that crap?
Yeah, but he broke up with her.
I don't care, man.
Doesn't want you with her.
Yeah, a lot of guys.
It's either him or nobody.
OJ broke up with what's her face?
Nicole, and didn't want.
Yeah.
I don't want that guy with her.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want anybody with her.
I didn't want to be with her, but I don't want any guy to be with her.
Right.
Especially around my kids.
Yep.
4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So proceed with caution if you're going to proceed at all, my friend.
I'm doing so.
All right.
She's a blinking yellow.
I got to take this very slow.
A kill breath analogy. She is a blinking a yellow.
Yeah. Caution.
But hopefully her vagina's not. Okay. Wow. Very good, because you got to see a doctor for that.
Which means when it's blinking yellow, you speed through her.
That's right. Real quick. Seriously, either you got to speed through her, or you got to just take a different path.
Yeah.
Put the hammer down.
Time to take back the world's greatest dad mug and move on with your life.
So where's the great parts about this lady that you were talking about?
Well, she has an awesome career. She's a very independent woman.
Mm-hmm. How independent can you be with 4 kids? What's her career?
She's a nurse.
Oh, so she's a people person.
Yeah,
has a lot of patience.
She is.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, no joke.
All right.
Yeah, nurses are awesome.
All right, dude, I'm out of time, but best of luck. Call us back, let us know how it's going if you're alive.
Later.
Wow.
All right. Take care.
If you're alive, that's nice.
Can't take it for granted, sir. Dude out there with 4 kids doesn't want him around. If you don't want him around, how do you get him to be not around? You eliminate the problem.
Ooh.
Something you got to keep in mind.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
4 kids? Whoa.
Especially when he's twisting their skin when she's not looking to her.
Yeah. Wait till they tell.
Uh-huh. Tell Daddy. Right back to the phones we go.
Wow.
Joshua.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
What's up?
You are.
That's what we're trying to find out.
Yeah.
I didn't call you.
What's up, Josh?
No, not nada. What are you guys doing?
Oh, just doing a little radio show. Thanks for asking. What can we do for you? Anything on your mind, or?
Yeah, I got something on my mind.
All right. Well, time is short, and so am I. What do you got?
All right, Shorty. Well,
it's Mr. Shorty to you, but go ahead. Yes.
Well, last night I was chilling. My ex-girl, we've been together for like 10 months. We've been broke up for a month now.
Right.
And we sleep in separate beds.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Nice setup. Go ahead, yes.
So she goes out to dinner. Well, my problem is like she likes to talk on the phone and crap.
Yeah,
so dude, she locks herself in her room and talks to guys.
You're starting to wear me out. Get to the highlights here, Josh. What do you got?
Well, she brought a dude over last night and crap at like 1 in the morning while I was still there.
She was having sex with him in front of you like it was college dorm room days or what?
I don't know.
Did she have sex in the home last night where you were, yes or no?
No, because I'd have beat him down.
Yeah, maybe it's time to move out, dumbass. What do you think?
Yeah.
If this stuff bothers you.
It does bother me.
Okay, so maybe it's time, since you broke up with her anyway, to get a place of your own, move on, move out.
I'm trying right now. I'm going back to Auburn.
Man.
And yeah, it sucks, man.
That's a line you might want to keep to yourself.
Okay.
Going back to Auburn.
You can move out, but maintain your dignity and not say that too loud.
Oh, no.
Well, if I had someone to put all my crap, I would be out already.
All right, well, there's the answer then, Josh.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, back to the single life, back to the one-bedroom apartment, doing it up the way you like it with the leather couch and all that stuff, and you don't have to worry about who your ex-girlfriend is bringing into the house that bugs your ass.
Yeah, I'm next tonight.
Yeah.
I'm coming over tonight.
Me and Hotshot are going to run a train on her tonight.
Wow.
She emailed me through the show.
And what are you going to do, Josh? What are you going to do?
All right, my bad.
You can't say that on the air, but obviously we know that you're filled with pain and emotion over this girl.
Come on, Josh, you could take them.
Man, there's so many guys who are so emotional these days.
Yeah.
Is
true.
it nice, Terry? Is it progress?
It is,
Is
I
it
think.
progress as far as the world's evolution?
I don't think there's anything wrong with a guy showing his emotions.
That
That doesn't make him any
men more than ever these days are built with fruity, soft candy centers.
I don't think it's fruity soft.
Just because he doesn't like to see his ex-girlfriend get plowed by some guy?
Yeah.
He's fruity?
Come on, he should want that.
You should be happy for her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of disrespectful of her as well. I mean,
Absolutely not. She's got to live her life.
she does, and yes, you're right, he should move out, but, I mean, it's a tense situation. She wouldn't like it if that happened.
Yes, it was.
So.
There's a Privacy to Plow Act.
There is.
Entitled to your privacy when you're getting plowed.
It's right into the Constitution, Terry.
The T-Man.
Okay, Next year, Michael Jackson's new album comes out. He moved to Bahrain after his child molestation trial finished. Now Michael will work with the son of Bahrain's king, who's a record producer on the new song.
Maybe it's just me, but I don't think Michael Jackson should be working with anybody's son. Maybe the son's like 45 years old for all I know, Terry, and yet I still don't feel comfortable with Michael Jackson working with anybody's son.
Right.
No, T-Man, we just checked. The son's 7 years old. Yeah, I don't think he should be working with anyone's son, Terry.
Probably not.
Hand in hand with him.
I'm sure the producers of records are very limited in Bahrain. I don't think there's one on every corner.
Music capital of the world.
But still,
He's just giving advice.
got a bad feeling here.
Yeah, he's going to break through here in the States.
Oh. Yes.
New talent out of Bahrain.
Well, Terry, you got to go to Bahrain to make a good record these days.
I guess so.
There were no quality producers. Gotta go all the way to break. Text pages roll in, Terry, as you know, at 97373, don't you know?
I do.
That's 97373, don't you know? And at 8:52 and 35 seconds, somebody writes, hey, T-Man, Doug is so off I would give my left nut to have sex with my wife 3 times a week.
See, that guy's lucky, I'm telling you.
A lot of married guys out there have wives. Once you get comfortable in the marriage, sex is very limited. A lot of guys are fine with it.
Yeah.
I wonder.
8:46 and 19 seconds. T, one of the hotties at my gym wants the dick. Should I? Or is that trouble? Because girls always want to start dating after they get my fabulous dick.
Stop it. He didn't say he has a fabulous one.
That's what he said.
Call him back.
You want to call back immediately? You're gonna handle this one, Terry?
I'm going to say you don't have a fabulous dick.
That's a good line, Terry. You gonna really tell him?
Jeez.
Yeah, guys that use that word fabulous.
Yeah, okay.
Probably don't have it.
Right.
Terry's using a callback card.
Unless you're a gay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a guy you met at the gym.
Probably
Might be a
is.
guy hottie. He goes to Gold's on Capitol Hill. There's plenty of them there.
He did absolutely use the word fabulous here, Terry. I'm not editing or taking any liberties that aren't the text pagers himself.
You only take your own liberties.
That's right.
Whoa.
Justice for all.
He's not even going to answer.
He's afraid of you, Terry.
Yeah.
He's afraid of the wrath of T-Free.
Whoa.
He knows he's not fabulous at all.
Maybe you'll be able to tell by his voicemail message if he's got a fabulous dick.
You have reached the voicemail.
Oh, that's fabulous dick
He
material.
sounds hot.
This is O'Neill.
Oh.
Leave me a message and I'll call you back. All right.
He doesn't even know how to leave his messages properly.
Press 1.
So how could he be fabulous?
Oh, jeez.
To send a numeric page.
You want to leave a
press
message or no?
2 now.
Dude, you don't have a fabulous dick. Did I leave a message?
I don't know, did you?
I thought I did.
Oh.
Come on down and show us your fabulous dick. That's what you got to say, Terry. Come on.
Whoa, Stephen.
Show it
I
to
don't
us.
think I want to see.
Because he left this message on the part of the voicemail that goes, you have reached the voicemail mailbox of, leave a message at the tone. You're supposed to just leave your first name or whatever
Right.
on that portion of the voicemail.
That's what my
Come
dad
on,
does,
know
too.
your voicemail.
Yeah, if you want to leave a voice message, then do so.
Yeah, but that's what your dad does because he's 93.
He's 93. Wow.
How old is
I
he?
should probably get him a present.
How old is
for
he?
all the birthdays I missed. I think he's probably 63 is my guess.
Fine. If he's 63, then he's still the equivalent of 93 as far as voicemail age.
Yeah, the whole tech thing.
Yeah, anyone who's over 45 from a technical standpoint is 93 years old.
Yeah, definitely.
Even when I lived alone, my mom was saying, tell Scott his mom called. Been alone for 2 years now. Okay, I'll tell him.
Scott his mom called.
They just don't really get the inner workings of new technology, Terry.
I had voicemail. Pick up.
From, the technical standpoint, if you're 45 or over, you're all one age.
My mom calls a cordless phone a wireless phone, like a cell phone. I'm like, no.
All right, that's not the biggest.
Well, but she's 83, and I mean...
Got it. She's 93 then, Terry. Just like Steven's father is 63, and anyone else is 46 or over. 8:39 and 0 seconds. Somebody writes, speaking of...
0 seconds?
Oh, jeez.
Emphasis man back.
Speaking of being a little old school, somebody writes, Terry needs to stop saying, quote, unquote, no doubt. Because
No doubt.
She sounds like an old lady that's trying to be young again. I can't stand her.
Let's see. I must say it a lot. Well, Vinny says it.
I don't remember ever saying it.
Vinny says no doubt
Maybe
a lot.
Yeah, Vinny's the one with the high voice around here.
Yeah. Yeah, don't confuse
that
us.
Sounds like it must be the female participation of the show, but it's not.
Right.
I think
Terry's the manly voice that is the female representation of the show.
Terry the Pooh has a nice ring.
Don't get confused.
Right. But yeah, Vinny's the no doubt dude.
I'm sure there was a reason for Terry having that nickname a couple of times in her travels.
No, probably not.
Terry the Pooh.
Oh, jeez.
Exit only.
Another text pager writes, 3 times a week, this guy should be grateful. Doug is a greedy bastard. I'm lucky if I get it once a month.
There you go.
Once a month.
It's not that bad.
8:31 and 33 seconds. What the hell is today? Pussy Day on the air? Get these dudes who sound like ladies off the air.
We definitely had a lot of male callers today that were like sound. What happened to the buzzer? Oh,
buzzer's broken.
jeez, he gets all panicked.
I think it's on the fritz.
How could it be?
You know what that means? My mom used to say,
Throw it in the trash heap.
The fridge is on the fritz.
Right?
Put it on the trash heap with the wheel.
T-Man Doug is a fag. If you only get sex once a week, you need a girlfriend on the side. I do.
Nice.
Nice.
That's great.
8:26 and 25 seconds. If I was going to run a train on a lady, I'd bring either my Asian friend, Tom, or Stephen Gilbert.
Wow, that's nice.
You've been mentioned.
Not many Asian dudes out there named Tom, or what?
I don't know. I don't think I ran across too many.
Come across.
That is weird to think about who you'd want in a train.
8:23 and 33 seconds. If your woman doesn't provide you with your daily nut, and she's 20 years old, it's time to move on. 8:22 and 22 seconds. T-Man, if Steve Hutchinson winds up on the cover of Madden, I'll wipe my ass with the cover. Oh, that's a nice line. That's a nice line. And we were really concerned. And there's a good chance he may be on the cover, so you may just be doing that. Very likely that an offensive guard like Steve Hutchinson is going to be on the cover of Madden.
Oh, yeah.
8:16 and 10 seconds. The lady stalking Luke Perry had the same last name and thinks that he and her are related. Her name is Lily Perry.
Yeah.
A little scarier than you thought, T-Man? Maybe a tad.
Yeah.
But still. Man. Punch her in the gut once and then it's called a day. She's that crazy and that in your face.
He's trying not to get
But if
physical.
somebody had my last name and thought they were related to me, I wouldn't call the cops. What do you mean?
Well, they keep hounding. I mean, you never know what's going on with that situation.
Oh, but you know, Terry, these guys are tough guys. They can handle any woman
Oh,
that
yeah,
comes
somebody
up.
thinks I have my last name, I gotta be a tough guy.
Well, but
If
he's
she's
not.
that deranged.
Well, but you're going to punch the guy.
I can't believe that this lady taking her kids to school is that deranged. She's dropping her kids off at school and then getting all psycho to the point where she's like not even making mental sense.
Well,
Come on.
Sure, some lady says, "Oh, my name's Lisa Kilbreth. Is Dale Kilbreth your uncle?" No. Okay, we'll see you later.
Yeah, if he actually did more than
like
that.
that.
If he actually took the time to talk to her and explain how they're not related, that'd be the end of that.
Tough guy.
Well, I think it's more than that.
Call the cops. She thinks she's related to me.
Oh, jeez.
Guess that is pussy down the end.
8:14 and 9 seconds. T-Man, I had a train with Hannah and Joe last night. It was freaking sweet. Thanks for sharing.
All right.
Hannah and Joe?
That's right.
How about Hannah and her sisters? Would you rather have a train with Stephen or Pasty?
What was that now?
Would you rather have a train with Stephen or Pasty?
Well, he said
I'm blocking
Pasty.
it out. What was that now?
Didn't you
I
say
said Pasty because Pasty has a couple of redeeming features in having a train
right
with him. And that's the only chance I have of ever looking tan.
It's quite the visual. All right, dude, your turn.
Okay.
You want to borrow this?
All right, there's an interesting sample of text pages. What else is going on in your pile there, Terry? What else do you have?
Got a story out of Bray, Oklahoma, where a gentleman there is making a few people upset because he's advertising that he'd like to pay for a young virgin to be his bride. The age range he's looking at is 12 to 24.
And would it be better if it was on Craigslist?
I mean, but in your yard?
In his yard. It's his property. You
It
do whatever you
is,
want in your
but
property. You want to
still.
advertise for a virgin bride? What would be better?
Well, I mean, he's 45.
I now know what my next billboard's going to be, Terry. I'm going to advertise Pasty. Hook him up. De-virginize the virgin.
Well,
if we're putting up virgin billboards, I got a virgin to offer. He's 29 years old.
Yeah, but this guy's 45 looking for a 12-year-old.
Oh, a 12-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
A little sick there.
Did you say that part?
I did. Age range 12 to 24.
He's looking for a 12-year-old?
Well,
Well,
paying
a 24-year-old.
$1,000.
12 to 24.
You know that the only
So it's negotiable?
Whatever.
It's just his range.
Mm-hmm.
Not his preference.
So the authorities should hook him up with a 13-year-old and then slap the cuffs on him as soon as she goes over there. Seems like an easy sting to me, doesn't it?
One of his neighbors said that she feels like she's living next to a pedophile.
Well, I think you pretty much are.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And the shirt says old enough to pee, old enough for me.
How much more evidence do you need than the
No,
guy
I
who's willing to
know.
advertise that he wants a 12-year-old? I think I might be living next to a pedophile.
Right, I'm not sure, though.
Mm-hmm.
12-year-old.
Oh, my gosh.
But I
And
still
of
let my
course
daughter
he's-
go over there for lunch.
And of course, he's like, he doesn't understand why his neighbors are all upset over this or anything like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, would you rather be confronted by the lady who thinks she's related to Luke Perry or this guy?
Neither. How about that?
Okay. What else?
Oh, this is kind of interesting. In Tennessee, the Walmart there apparently hired a woman who had been banned from their store back in 2001 for shoplifting.
Equal opportunity employer, sir.
Of course, they didn't realize this until they caught her shoplifting again as an employee.
Way more stuff when you work there.
I know.
Balgender.
Yes.
Is that your name?
Yep.
Balgender?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How about me getting that right?
Yeah.
Yes, Balgender.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do for you, sir?
I was just wondering if you guys heard anything about the shooting threat in Marysville.
The shooting thread?
Yeah.
You want us to make one?
Stephen
What
would
was that?
probably know about
What,
that.
there's some news story
I
going
guess so.
on?
Yeah.
Steve,
Sounds
the news
like
guy's always the last to ask, though. It's always like just irritating trying to get any information that he should know about.
Have you heard anything, Stephen?
Well, like I'm going to tell you now.
Mm-hmm. The man is on his way up to Marysville. Do you think you can give him a little help? Does he need to wear a flak jacket? Any kind of...
I have not heard anything, no.
Then the guy just dreamt it. Where are you hearing this from, sir?
But that doesn't
last
mean that he
night,
dreamt it.
You think?
Last time I got a call from my friend saying that there's a threat there was going to be a shooting at school. Then I went online and I saw it all over MySpace and everything.
Well,
And I went to
are you in,
news source
are you in
in
high
MySpace.
school?
Well, I'm on my way to high school right now.
What grade?
A senior.
Yeah, then you've lived long enough. Take your chances.
Cairo had that story.
Oh, they did?
Oh, they did?
Somebody's been threatening their school?
Yeah, and if you want to keep your kids home, you just got to inform the school.
Well, apparently you got an excused absence day, man.
But enjoy class.
Yeah.
So you want to go, but,
Well, I have to go because I have a track meet today, and if I don't go, I can't run.
well, you may be running whether you're at the track meet or not.
Well, so obviously they haven't canceled the extracurricular activities.
Yeah, you're very familiar with those, Terry. Well, I didn't hear about this, but there was a specific threat on this specific school by a specific student. And if you want to take the day off, they're letting you know that if you don't want to take your chances, even though they seem to have some handle on the information, which makes it less likely to happen, but if you're scared off by the prospect of dodging bullets in the school hallway, even though the chances are limited, you have the right to take off today. Sounds like to me it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm in Marysville. Tulalip it is.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You going to go to school?
I think I'm gonna, man.
Well, you called up wondering if we knew anything about it. We confirmed that, yes, apparently there was a threat on your school, and you're still going. So why'd you even call?
Okay, so there was. You do know about it.
What? Yeah, that's what everyone seems to be saying, that there was a specific threat on your school.
Well, then how come the school hasn't declared it or the news or anything?
Because the school is well aware of the information. They seem to believe that it's not going to be a dangerous environment, but if you're still scared off by the prospect of that specific threat, it was actually something that happened, and you can take the day off, and they're not going to come down on you for it. Man, it sounds like Price is Right to me.
And Hotshot said Cairo had it last night.
But he has a track meet.
Well, it's pretty important. He's a senior. Hoping to get a scholarship.
And also my sister's at the school right now taking the waffle, so I have to...
Oh, is he worried about her?
Yeah.
No.
They didn't cancel the wassail up there, considering the circumstances?
Well, you can't, yeah.
All the sophomores were there since 7:20 this morning.
Well, Stephen, are you looking into your news sources? I mean, I would imagine you have some up there that you can give us more details.
It's not on Cairo's website, so I can't find it.
I looked at all the news and nothing was there.
It wasn't on Cairo this morning either.
Something about it last night.
I watch Cairo TV in the morning.
Well, what did you hear?
That there was a shooting that was going to happen in the school. Like, they caught someone, they foiled the plan. I remember them saying that if you don't want to go to school, if you don't want your child to go...
I thought that was last week.
Yeah,
there was one last week.
Three kids last week.
Right.
So, but that wasn't...
That's why I don't do the news.
This
was on last night's news, so I assumed it was...
It was on last night's news, and you remember being in the Marysville area?
No. I just remember there being a shooting at a school. I assumed it was... I mean, how many foiled shootings are there in the Key County
There was
area?
one last week. I don't know if that's the one that this guy's talking about.
The last one was in Seattle, though, I think, last week.
All right, we don't know, dude.
Okay.
But good
Have
luck.
a great day.
Yeah, just stay low.
If a guy pulls out an Uzi, run.
All
Yeah, that's our best advice.
right, thanks.
All right,
Good
man.
luck in your track meet.
Yeah. You sound like you're late to school anyway, man. But a senior...
Yeah, unless you're in third grade.
First 2 periods study
Well,
hall.
but then again, he could have a pretty easy schedule as a senior right about now.
All right, well, let me open up a couple of extra phone lines and see if anyone knows about any potential Columbine situation up in Marysville now.
Okay.
A couple of ringing lines. Let me see what they want. You're on the air.
I'm sorry?
You're on the air.
I just wanted to comment on the shooting.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. What do you got?
It actually ran it on the news this morning.
And what's the story?
Some people were outside of school. They didn't want to send their kids to school because they were scared about the threat. And
What was the threat? What was the threat? I didn't hear about the threat. What was the threat? Was there a threat? Give me a threat. Huh?
The threat that happened was that they wanted to shoot up the school.
Which school? Which school? What school? What was the
School
threat?
in Marysville. I thought it happened in Olympia, though.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
but then that
Seattle,
was last
Olympia, and
week.
Marysville. It's like the whole state.
Uh-huh. So this is a different one outside of the one that happened last week. This is a new one.
So there's a new one. Okay.
Well, I'm asking you. You're
the one who heard it on the news.
Because last week was 3 students, and they were not only going to shoot up the school, but they were going to burn it down.
And kill. They had specific people they were going to kill, too.
specific people that they were going to kill.
What did you hear on the news this morning?
I heard on the news this morning the school in Olympia, there was a threat, and they were targeting certain kids. And
Maybe it was a follow-up to
In
that story.
Olympia.
Like they
Well,
arrested
Olympia is
him
a
or
little
something.
bit of a walk from Marysville, last I checked.
Okay, so it's 2 different shootings.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking you.
Correct.
I am absolutely in the dark on this one.
You would
All
think
right?
it would have been. It'd be all over these people's websites if that was the case, and
Right.
it's not.
So it probably is a follow-up story to the one last week.
Does the
guessing.
Marysville School District have a website?
I'm sure they do.
Or just take it for granted there's a possibility of your school being shut up these days.
Yeah, any school.
And either homeschool your kids or take the risk.
Yeah.
Homeschool's probably the most dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Never know when Dad's going to be polishing his gun.
Whoa.
Kablooey.
Come home drunk.
Especially in Marysville.
Your mom's a bitch.
You're so wrong.
I think today actually may be the anniversary of Columbine.
Oh, April 20th, yeah.
Wow, really?
Oh, yeah, 420.
Am I right or what?
That's right.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Whoa.
So everyone's
And
on,
Oklahoma City, right?
everyone's on a little bit of a heightened alert.
Yeah, Oklahoma
Wow.
City, too.
Interesting.
So that may be why everyone's a little bit edgy.
Sure.
You're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to T-Man about the shootings.
Yeah, you're on. I'm just
Have you talked to him?
Yeah, here I am, baby.
No, I wanted to say that there were shootings done at they had threats at West Seattle High School.
Oh, not West Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say the entire Puget
Well, there's
Sound.
threats all the time, I would imagine, that probably don't make the news.
Yeah, but they wrote on graffiti on one of the walls inside the school. They were pinpointing 2 of the teachers and the whole faculty.
Sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I think they'd make a news story out of that one.
That's probably the one in Seattle we're thinking of.
Sounds like Wassel season to me, Terry.
Yeah, it does.
That is a high school. They threatened to take away the coffee machine.
Mm.
Oh, my
And there was
God.
outrage.
Yeah, they're screaming in the streets out there.
Yes.
Running for their lives.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Begging to be taken out.
I see nothing on the Marysville website.
Okay, then.
What about West Seattle?
How about
Only
Olympia?
on one website at a time.
What about Canton? What about Covington? What about Yale? What about East Jessup, Nebraska?
East Jessup, Nebraska?
Mm-hmm.
Check way up in Olympia.
The most
Down north.
The most non-threatening man in the world.
Oh.
He was born in the bayou.
Eating a ham sandwich.
With a golden spoon. With golden teeth.
I think romantic is just sitting down and what a like this.
He's a guy looking for Miss Do-Right. And in the meantime, f***ing everybody inside. Yeah. He's high on life. And probably something else, too. And now, the most romantic man in the land.
Just chilling.
He's the ham sandwich guy.
I said, whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. Damn.
Good morning, Mr. Sandwich.
Whoa now, teacher the man. I'm just in a short dilemma this morning.
What's the dilemma?
Well, T-Man, I got woke up early this morning. I was told to put on my boxers.
Oh, jeez.
And then from there, I was told that I need to get up and wash her dishes, and she's trying to smoke something early this morning.
Oh, jeez.
And I feel like I ain't got to go through all of that this morning.
When you invite a lady over for one night and already she's making her presence known a little too well, Terry, she's domesticating your entire household, that's a little bit overstepping her bounds.
Well, actually, I got invited to her house because she had to be at work at 5-something in the morning.
Uh-huh. So you were taking up residence in her place of residence.
Well, I
and she didn't want your balls hanging all around her apartment?
And believe me, they are hanging around. Where they were hanging around before I slipped on the boxes, T-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I'm just down about, I really didn't have a problem with washing, the dishes and going through, the wake and bake thing.
Right.
It's the process that I spent the night here last night, and I didn't get nothing.
So you're being told to do the dishes. You're being told to spark one. You're being told to put on your boxers so your balls don't drag to the floor. And you didn't even get any kind of access that would allow you to feel comfortable in taking on these tasks.
And T-Man, you do not know the half of the story.
Well, how hard did you try last night? Did you put an effort in or no?
T-Man, guess what else I did last night?
What?
And this is serious.
I want you to be serious.
I bought ham. I bought bread. I bought lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese. She even made me one sandwich and made herself 2 sandwiches. And this is real talk.
The man's putting foot on the table, Terry.
Wow.
The man's putting out a whole slab of deli meats.
Jeez.
She wanted me to bring some pork chops, but I said, nah, I'm not going to bring no pork chops.
And you were under the impression, when you were springing for all these sliced cold cuts, you were under the impression that you'd be getting some vaginal experiences like none other that you've had before, and you didn't get anything close. Is that what I am to understand here, or what?
Well, I'm just not going to say I didn't get nothing, but I did get something, and the thing I got the look. You know what I'm saying? Where you got this fine, attractive, 5'3" female, and she's so sexy, and the most you can do is get that look off of her.
Now, why did she not give you full reign to her beautiful body? What was the reasoning? Did she give you an explanation, or what? Do you think you're sleeping over? I mean, why would she want you to sleep over if she's not going to give you everything there is to enjoy? What was her explanation on this? I need to know.
Well,
send the man home, say, hey, I'm not ready yet. Mm-hmm. Don't let him sleep there just hardened up the whole night, waiting, wanting, needing, and then giving him orders in the morning if you're not going to give him what he wants. What kind of torture is this?
And you really should not give a man an order like early in the morning as far as wake up, put your boxers on, and wash my dishes. and let me smoke or something. When a man is laying in your bed, rock hard. Now, it don't take a rocket science to let a female know that every morning that a man, Popeye, is literally on hard like that. You know, I'm like, you know,
that early morning stiffness, Terry, that continued on from the late night thunder, and she doesn't allow him afternoon, evening, or morning sessions of any kind.
Well, she got enough of her own ham sandwich by eating two, so that was good enough for her.
Yeah, Terry Free, when I put on my doggone boxers,
yes,
she knew I was sticking out from here to yonder, and she know what time it is.
So where's it going to go from here? She knows you're the kind of guy that's willing to sleep over and then do dishes after you don't even get any kind of ass, so she's going to toy with you now because she's enjoying the power that she's holding over you. How long do you chase this woman down, hoping to make it happen?
Well,
how much time are you willing to invest in this woman?
See, man, and this is just real talk and real life on me, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to me and a woman, I don't have that much time.
Yeah, that much time, Terry. I hope she knows that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a woman saying, you know what, I'm not ready to have any kind of sexual situation with you, Mr. Samage. Would you please, let's call it a night right here.
And
that's
then you
fine.
go home.
That's
Right.
fine.
Right.
But
I
don't
understand.
make the man sit there staring at the chandelier all night long with his with a situation all on full throttle, then tell him to do the dishes in the morning, and he didn't get anything.
Now this is the hard thing about everything. How long do a man has to take time out and spend with a woman to get what he's want when he's giving her?
Well, that's what I was asking you, Ham Sandwich Man. I was wondering how much time are you willing to invest in this woman? Now, you described her as a worthy type of individual, at least from a physical standpoint. You described her as someone that you realize is a pretty big-time looking woman.
See,
so
man, I want that. I want that.
I understand. I know how bad you want it, and she knows how bad you want it, and she's already enjoying the process of having you lust after it. And this could go on for a long time before you even know what hits you. So I'm wondering, right now, you have to establish how long you're willing to invest in this woman. Are you willing to invest another night, another 2 nights, another 6 nights? Because before you know it, 6 months could pass by. You'll be doing all the dishes in the world.
Well, let me let you know how good it gets, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, I took a bath, you know, took a shower in her bathtub, right? Now, the thing about her bathroom, she got a see-through shower curtain, right? Meaning that she...
I love those.
In and out the bathroom, spying on me.
Right. She's having a lot of fun with you right now, Hammy. And you know what? You're not a man to be joked around with. You're a man to be taken seriously to some extent. Not that you can't enjoy a nice chuckle or two, but that's post-sex. So, Hammy,
I just ain't got the time for it, T-Man.
I tell her that you really appreciate her. You actually thought that you and her could have been something serious, even though it's not true. And if she's not ready to have some morning sex with you right now before she drops you back off, then you don't know if you'll ever make it around to seeing her again.
Well, T-Man, I'm rolling and she want me to drop her off. Now she's telling me she want me to drop her off at her friend car. Just throwing me all in the drama like that.
She's got a lot of orders for you, man. Well, it's 9:30 now.
No, but he said that she had to be at work at 5 a.m.
Oh.
No, Terry Free, she missed work. She didn't even wake up, set the alarm clock and everything.
At least give her a reason to miss work. At least she should have a nice excuse, like she got dicked down by the Ham Sandwich Man, the great one. But she didn't even want that.
She didn't want, at least not. I don't know if it's...
Where is she? Is she there right now?
T-Man, she is in...
Put her on the phone. Put her on the phone right now.
Next time you go to the grocery store, you get dinner, buy paper plates too.
Hello.
Are you going to give this man some ass or not?
Am I going to give him some ass or not?
Yes. That is the question.
Probably not.
Nice deep voice, Terry.
Yeah, thanks.
Why not? What's the problem? What's holding it up? He bought you a nice dinner. He washed your dishes. Nice conversation.
You smoked weed like you said to.
You smoked weed like you never have before. He's got good stuff.
So?
What's the holdup?
There is no holdup. I don't want to do it.
All right, well then don't toy with the guy.
I'm not.
There's nothing
He's
wrong.
toying with himself. It's not my fault he got hard. He got hard on his own.
So you're the kind of woman who lets a guy sleep in the bed all night long and just keeps putting the stop sign up. Is that right?
No, he was humping my bed and I was on the couch.
And then humiliate him by making him do chores.
There are a couple of factors here that have to be noted, Terry. The ham sandwich man, I didn't realize that had his own wheels there. I thought he was stuck there. She could have taken him home, but she didn't. He could have gotten out of there anytime he wanted.
True.
So he kind of made his own bed to some degree. I didn't know that they weren't sleeping in the same bed all night. He made it seem like he was sleeping right next to her. She chose not to sleep in her own bed and took the couch. Is that right?
Well, T-Man, she done gave me the phone. See, the scenario was...
Uh-oh.
She didn't want to sleep in the bed with you, Hammy?
No, she didn't want to sleep in the bed. She wanted me to sleep on the couch, and the couch is big enough, but it ain't big enough.
But you said no, so she slept on the couch.
Well, no, actually, after she did the peep in town thing with me with the shower curtain thing.
The peep in town, yeah.
Yeah, you know when women got a see-through shower curtain, that only means they won't spy on their significant other that's taking a shower.
Yes, well, there's a lot to wash down there. Yes, so go ahead.
Exactly.
So where are we going with this? What's the end result? I got 30 seconds.
Well, I guess, I'm just going to try for old Lucky later on this evening. I'm a daytime sex freak, too.
I understand.
So the freaks just don't come out at night, T-Man.
It's just some rumor that got around in the 80s, Terry. Hammy, you'll let us know.
I'll let you know what's happening in the morning.
Another ham sandwich conquest being worked on, Terry.
Yeah, that's true.
Just another night on the Tom.
She sounds like a tough nut to crack.
Yes.
The toughest.
Yes. So tune in tomorrow for the saga of Hammy and Lady that pretty much gave him a bit of shelter last night. It was very nice.
Pretty much.
The T-Man. Power.
Who put that on?
That would be Hot Shizzle over
I was a little late back from the bathroom. That was the
tad late.
only thing you can think of?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have to introduce a new host, so I didn't know who it was going to be. You weren't here. It's Carl from Linwood.
Punch up a phone line. Welcome.
Yes.
Had some poison in the bathroom, maybe?
Was I now?
Did you have some poison in the bathroom?
I don't know. Why'd you leave some for me?
Well, no. Just, Bell Biv DeVoe. That's the show.
All right. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway.
Must not listen to the station when you're on break.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
You sound like Santa Claus.
A couple of final text pages, Terry, if you don't mind.
Good.
Someone asked T, who would you take in the train selection in your draft, Graws or Gas?
Oh, hey.
Wow.
That's a nice little...
for my train partner, Terry?
Yes.
So we're talking about if you had to choose a train partner, who do you choose in the draft?
Got it.
And then he goes on to explain. He breaks down the differences. Graws is on the fritz with his ticker.
Aww.
Mike has the weight and hair issues, but has a porn stash. I say go Gas.
Mike doesn't have hair issues.
He doesn't have... He looks like the kind of guy who would have a hairy body, though.
Oh, I think you meant like hairline.
No.
Hair issues.
Hair issues meaning the hairy
hair
back. When you're talking about a train, you're talking about the full-on scope look.
Yeah.
That's another reason you probably wouldn't want Stephen, huh?
Plus, I think I'd look skinnier next to Gas.
I mean, I can't confirm that Gas does have the hairy back, but he certainly looks like the kind of guy who has a hairy back.
I'm sure he's happy to tell you when you see him next. Let him know he's been selected.
Is he judging?
Who's that now?
For next week, we're getting Delilah, right?
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Terry is pointing...
Piper?
Roddy Parker, yes.
Piper, sorry.
We are having our car model show kind of finals a week from Friday, and we're looking for judges. We're looking for judges, and Mike Gastineau always makes himself available and always proves himself to be a very worthy participant of the program, and if he wants to be a judge, the door is open.
When it comes to judging chicks, no one does it like Gas. At least that's what he tells me.
Wow.
You guys ready for the playoff pool? Excited?
Playoff pool? What's that now?
Well, I made my little sheets ready for you to make our picks.
Are you going to be the commissioner?
Okay, he's just excited because he won it last year.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
Whoa, for real? And how much is it to get in there?
$300 this year.
The NBA playoff pool?
No, just $100.
I'll go $300.
I won't.
So you've won it 2 years in a row. Obviously, you have a knack for this stuff. Why don't you go $300? Don't look back.
Because I have lucky pick that I made.
What was the lucky pick?
I think I had when San Antonio won it. Then I had Detroit.
Detroit. We had to listen to him saying Detroit for the whole playoff run. It's more
found out
now
now that you don't think it's funny, so I won't do it anymore.
Okay.
Denver.
So is that happening after the show? We're having our NBA
I'd rather not do
draft?
it with you, but
okay. Well, then I'm out.
Okay, good.
All right. Who else
So
you
for
gonna
the
get?
I thought you'd be
rest of
excited
us.
about it.
I'm excited.
I'm only not excited because you're overexcited.
I'm not overexcited. It's the only thing, the only
Well, but
responsibility
it's
I have around here.
Overexcited because you won 2 years in a row.
It could be it's the only thing I have going on that I do here, and I think it's interesting.
You're
I like that. It
testing
sounds like
the
a nice effect.
Yeah, it's not working. Anyway, give me back my old busted mic, please.
At least you know what's wrong with it, right?
Huh?
At least you'll know what's wrong with your old busted mic.
Terry, you sound like my wife now. Leave me alone. Anyhow. All right, Stephen, we'll do your silly little pool, okay, that you're the commissioner of and you cheat on.
Oh, I cheat?
Yeah.
You definitely cheat somehow.
I don't see how he wins anything that involves anything relatively connected to athletics that he can't be cheating on.
2 years
So
in a row?
making a pick before the playoffs, that's really cheating.
Well, there's got
And
to
the
be
team actually
something
wins?
because anything connected to athletics in any way, shape, or form that you're winning has to be something you're cheating on.
You make it real difficult to
I
want you to
can't
be a part
wait
of
for the
anything that I
draft.
have to do with.
Good. That was my purpose in this because you were overexcited for this draft that you've won 2 years in a row, and
I
now
think
I
I
want
was
you to
excited
dread
last
it
year,
and hate
too.
it. And
Okay.
hate it!
Oh, I don't hate the draft. I hate you.
Oh, wow.
Well, there's nothing new there.
That is true.
Scream in the mic some more.
It's been that way for so many years now. Why should today be any different?
Actually,
all right.
Just 6. The first 4 were okay.
Yeah, right. So why don't you come down
To a
here?
Metro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we were
That's
kicking him
seeing
off the
people every
air.
day.
Yeah.
He liked it better when we
He
were
was
like.
way downtown in a sky
He used to call Tierney and complain.
Yeah.
When
He
did I do
loved
that?
this then.
When did I do that?
When we kicked you off the air,
I called Mike Tierney and complained?
when you refused to come on for like 4 days in a row. Don't you remember that?
And then we had to bring some food down to you or something and make things all happy
He
nice.
used to have to coddle you like the baby that you are.
He had a great view, though.
And now we don't. But your view is welcome in here after the show, Stephen, for our NBA playoff draft. I can't wait.
What'd you say? You like us or hate us now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of you.
T-Man.